Full story is on page 4. Minority takes on government over utility tariff increases, and Kantankat family wants attempted murder charge against Akofena. Let's move on to the Republic Press newspaper. Kaswa NDC in fresh crisis. Official shutdown radio station promised to stage comeback. Supporters clash at MPP NEC meeting over Ken must go chance. Adwa Safo in critical condition after alleged shooting, according to family. And TOR resumes crude oil processing after maintenance break, according to President John Dramani Mahama. Minority also demanding answers over missing 15 days before Sedina's jailing. The full story is somewhere in the paper. We'll move on to the new Crusading Guide. On the front page, play for Ghana with courage and confidence. Dr. Oforisapon charges Black Stars. The full story is on page 10. Dr. Suleimana Isifu appointed to NPP Educational Committee. A new era for gold trade here in Ghana. Charge Akofena for contempt murder, according to the Kantanka family. That story is also on the front page of the Supreme newspaper, together with all of the others. Same with the Chronicle. It looks like these days the stories are just repetitive on the front page of almost all of these papers. Literally same stories. But there appears to be a difference with the Informer newspaper. So let me have a look at the headlines there. NPP MPs holds ministers' balls as Sedina controversy deepens. The full story is on page 4. Give Naimos legal teeth to defeat Galamsey, according to the Minority. And cancellation of Zoom Lion contract versus Accra Flats. Ama Inkansa Ofuriata says so. Flooding crisis. Tighten sanitation laws. Ghana Pentecostal Council tells government. There's a photo here of Apostle Dr. Eric Nyamiche and that of the local government minister Ahmed Ibrahim. NACOC commemorates World Drug Day. NABS drug kingpin in 3 billion Ghana cedi meth bust. There's a story that is brewing of some drugs finding its way all the way to Australia. PWD's fund thieves. That story is also here. There's a photo here of Madame Quinstar Mami Pukwa Soya. To the front page of the Business and Financial Times, GCB Bank named West Africa's Regional Bank of the Year. The full story is on page 2. Succession gaps threaten survival of family businesses. The full story is on page 3. And also on the front page of the paper, expert urges $500 million climate resilience fund to tackle floods waste crisis by 2027. The full story is on page 2. Hope they don't chop half of the money, like we see here. On the front page of the Daily Searchlight newspaper, Larry Dugbe conviction, GJA calls for calm. Utility price hikes to 24-hour economy agenda. Minority cites rising cost burden on industry and consumers. Canadian Japan sent to NPP disciplinary committee. The full story is on page 7. And more controversy over Sedinam Tamaklo. All here. To the front page of the Guinean Times, you have Bank of Ghana tightens sanctions on DAR check offenders. The full story is on page 20. And the story on Gold Board securing 30% of gold offtake also finding its way to the front page of the paper. The full story is on page 12. So get a copy of the Guinean Times and read extensively there. To the front page of the Point, the Ghanaian Point newspaper. Master new security law. National Security Coordinator urges regional ministers in a meeting with them. Presidential probe committee clears NLA KGL contract. Cabinet orders drafting of state assets protection bill to safeguard national assets. That story is also on the front page of the paper. So you grab a copy of any of these newspapers and read extensively the stories on the front page. But let me quickly do that of the Class FM online portal. And have a look at the lead stories there. Well, this has been devastating for those of you who've been following the international TV platforms. Those 2 massive earthquakes in Venezuela are leading to the lives of over 300 people at this point. And we're told that there are quite a number of people who are also sadly trapped. I was hoping that in the last 24 hours, FIFA was going to take advantage of that and show the world that they care and that they love, by observing a minute of silence ahead of the games. They did not. They are focused on making money. That story is here on the Class FM online portal. Trump asks Congress for billions for Iran war after tension with Republicans. Also here, oil price falls back to pre-Iran war levels. People are getting excited about that. And Ghana's silent health crisis takes center stage at CHAG conference as GMTF seeks stronger partnership. That's here. In the Ashanti region, police arrest multiple suspected drug peddlers and siege large quantities of narcotics in Kumasi. Ahmed Ibrahim advocates community led approach to tackling witchcraft accusations. That's also here. And minority demands full disclosure on new utility tariff adjustments. That's also here as well. And Ajinasari ends historic Pakistan mission with strategic visits to Ghana's consulate in Islamabad. Transport operators threaten 20% fare increase over poor state of Kaswa-Winneba Road, and yesterday I discussed that on this platform. There are stories in the world of business, stories in the world of showbiz, and then of course a lot happening in the world of sports. Let me wrap up the headlines with that of the High Street Journal before we go into the stories. Tracing Ghana's oil money, the state of petroleum revenue funded projects in the Otsi region. Also here on the High Street Journal, when time stops, business suffers. How congestion and failing roads are squeezing Ghana's ride-hailing economy. Our routes are just getting worse and worse by the day. Anyway. Also here, from kickoff to consumption, how Black Stars match days are reshaping Ghana's sports bars and expanding the beverage market system. Passion, resilience, and financial discipline, the critical skills needed by employers and entrepreneurship in the current dispensation today. Funded with oil money but can't be labeled oil projects. PIAC recounts challenge with project inspection. And from viral moments to economic opportunity, what pit stops reveal about Ghana sports hospitality boom. Well, as many people are watching the games at the pubs these days. So if you happen to be close to a pub on match day, go and see the senior national team, the Black Stars, in action. Standards, not Accra standards. CEO of Digits charges youth-led businesses to prioritize standards. And Telecoms Durov says UK social media ban could push teens towards VPNs. And AI improves SME decision, but cost and skills gap continue to slow adoption. So you can make your way to the High Street Journal and get to read a lot of these stories. Lisa has joined me here, and we'll get into the stories proper. Which stories are we looking at?
Kwame, let's start with, God willing, tomorrow's football. It's tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so 9 p.m.
Yes.
Who are you rooting for? Ghana? So no matter what happens, Ghana has qualified.
We'd have to wait and see. Let's wait for at least today's round of games, and then we would know whether it's all set. At this point, we are almost there, but we are not there yet.
Calculating stuff.
Yes, because there are a lot of matches that will be played with the other groups.
Okay.
We have 4 points. That should be enough. That should be enough. But it could boil down to goal difference and all of that. So after today, there are about 6 or 7 matches in the next 24 hours before we play on Saturday evening. So when the games of today are out of the way, then we can say that, oh, okay, we are looking 70%, 80%, 100% sure that whatever happens tomorrow, we will still qualify.
So let's say if we qualify, are we still going to be put in groups? Like
no. So when this is the group stages where you get to play against 3 countries. But once we are done with the group matches, every single game is a knockout. What that means is that the games that we're going to be playing after Croatia, if we qualify, the moment you lose, you are packing.
Oh, okay. So you're not going to be given chances to play against the other two.
To go and shop or to go and
So that's when the penalty stuff comes in.
That's right. So that one, if there is no winner, so for example, when we played against England, you see, finish 0-0. When we get to the knockout stage, when it is 0-0, we'll play extra time. And when there is no goal, we will play pence.
Oh, yeah. I see.
Yeah.
And if we will be going against is it Argentina and Spain and stuff?
At this point, we don't know.
Kwame, we have hopes of going
of course. We want to. Thing is that we want to go far. But at this point, because of the dynamics of this World Cup, in the past, it's very easy to know that if you finish second, you play the first in the previous group. But because now there are 32 countries, it's 48 countries, sorry, it's become a bit different. So we'd have to wait and see who will be drawn up in the round of 32 if we qualify.
So the match England against Panama doesn't have any effect on us if England wins or not.
Yeah, it could have an effect on where we play. So, for example, if England draw against Panama and we win against Croatia, then we will top the group. So when you top the group, as in you will lead a group, it has an effect on the team you play at the round of 32. What that means is that you may be playing a weaker side when you top your group, because you will play the second or the third from another group when you finish top of your group.
So if you come second, you'll be playing against the strong teams.
If you come second, you are likely to play against a very strong team. So you play against a team that finished first in another group or finished second in another group.
And then the moment you score, you're out.
If you lose, you are going home. We will send you to the airport.
Interesting times ahead.
To pack your bag and baggage. What's your headache?
John Telly.
Is that a new one?
Kwame Dwomoh is trending. And he did
Our
what he
own
has
Dabo.
Yeah.
What's his name?
He has been trending. You've not seen videos.
I saw him at the stadium.
Yeah.
The cameras caught him.
So after the game, he was taking pictures with William and stuff with John Tellius. And people were bashing him for the mispronunciation of the name.
That was the name, John Telly.
John Telly.
Hey, John Telly.
Kwame, let's go into the papers. So Afenyomarkin is here on the Punch Africa. Afenyomarkin returns to ECOWAS Parliament after reposition. So Kwame, you know this issue, this Afenyomarkin taken out from ECOWAS Parliament became a big issue in the country where even he defied the speaker and went, and there were sanctions that were supposed to be meted against him, and we didn't see anything up to now after it was just said in Parliament, and everything
nothing will happen.
everything just died off like that. And now he has been, let's say, instead of being
they brought a new one.
penalized, he has been taken back to Parliament, the ECOWAS Parliament. So he's there again. So the story is on page 9 of the Punch Africa. Osahini Alexander Kwame Dwomoh-Kwame minority leader. Parliament is preparing to reconstitute Ghana's legislation to ECOWAS Parliament, a move that will see minority leader Alexander Dwomoh-Kwame regain his place on the regional legislative body. The development follows weeks of controversy surrounding Ghana's representation at the ECOWAS Parliament after efforts to replace Dwomoh-Kwame sparked disagreement within the minority caucus. A key turning point came when Deputy Minority Leader Patricia Pierre declined her nomination to the legislation, citing concerns over inadequate consultation and what she described as procedural lapses in selection process. The issue had earlier escalated after Speaker Gbagbo referred Dwomoh-Kwame to Parliament Privileges Committee following the petition by Majority Leader Mahama Yariga. The petition accused the minority of disregarding a parliamentary decision that has removed him from Ghana's ECOWAS legislation. The matter regained regional attention when ECOWAS Parliament reportedly declined to swear in Ghana's newly constituted legislation. The decision follows the appearance of Dwomoh-Kwame at the parliamentary proceedings in Port Harcourt despite his purported replacement. So Kwame, he's back. So the new names that as part of the reconstitution, Parliament is expected to submit a new legislation made up of members from both sides of the House. So Ricketts Kweku Hagan, who is on the majority side as the leader, followed by Emmanuel Kwesi Bedra, a member who is also from the majority side, Ladi Ayamba Hajia, a member who is also from the NDC, then Eric Afo, member, Dominic Napari, also a member, Alexander Kwame Dwomoh-Kwame Osahini, then Kwame Entry, also a member, Dr. Brian Champon is also there, and then Millicent Yeboah Amankwa, observer. They are the ones that are their names are supposed to be taken to the ECOWAS Parliament to represent Ghana there. Yeah, so Kwame,
we wish them well.
Kwame, that's so. Let's also do a story that has been trending yesterday after the NDC allegedly the regional chairman went to lock up the Kaswa station of Batampa. It's also here. It's on the front page of the Daily Gist. Kaswa NDC sex scandal gets messy. So the internal crisis engulfing the National Democratic Congress in the Wutusenya East constituency, that is Kaswa, has taken another dramatic turn following the circulation of alleged customary marriage documents involving Yusuf, husband of the constituency's member of parliament, Philip Nakoyo, along fresh claims over the deteriorating relationship between the member of parliament and the constituency chairman, Stephen Ofuswejare. The latest development comes just days after a leaked audio recording allegedly featuring the chairman, Ofuswejare, narrating a sexual relationship with the member of parliament. In the recording, the chairman is purportedly heard making personal remarks about the member of parliament, comment that triggered protests by sections of the NDC women's wing and renewed calls for disciplinary action against him. As the debate over the leaked audio continues, social media has been flooded with documents purportedly to show that Yusuf contracted a customary marriage with a woman identified as Esther in October 2029. The document, described as a statutory declaration, allegedly sworn before a notice. So, Kwame, let me enter the details of the story. It continues here. So, what happened yesterday? According to the lawyer, the tension reportedly escalated after the member of parliament allegedly began a relationship with Yusuf and Ox. Okay, so they didn't add the part of, they didn't link the story to yesterday's incident at Kaswa. So I thought the headline would link it, but they are talking about the relationship scandal. But yesterday, the NDC regional chairman and the MC allegedly went to lock up Batampa Radio over some remarks against the NDC. But yesterday,
in their capacity as what?
Yes, the station is saying things according to them, not in favor of the NDC.
So they went to lock the station. Because the
allegedly
station is for
assaulted
them.
some of the producer and the presenter.
They didn't like what was being said on the station.
Yeah.
They don't know that there's a place called the police station.
They locked it down and then.
They don't know that there's a place called the police station. So they couldn't go there to make a formal complaint about something that was happening there.
They want to take matters into their own.
But so they went to lock their place.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. In their capacity as what?
They are in government, and the MC is also there. So, but yesterday in an interview on 505, the chairman said he just went there to have a peace talk. A peace talk. A peace talk with them, and he didn't assault anybody.
But there were eyewitnesses. I don't think this happened, in some corner somewhere in the room and nobody saw it. There are people who would work at this radio station.
Yeah.
There'll be security cameras everywhere. There'll be people who might probably even be filming what happened there.
Yeah.
And you are saying you went to have peace talks.
So the station says they have footages.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, every radio station would have some CCTV cameras somewhere. So if they went there to cause some confusion, unless they destroy the CCTVs as well.
The regional chairman is not denying the fact that he went there.
Yeah.
But he said he went to have a peaceful conversation with them.
Because of...
So any presenter or producer reporting that you were beaten, please.
That's what I'm saying. But the CCTV cameras are there. If there was bodily harm that was inflicted on anyone, the cameras will pick it up.
And so he told them to bring out the CCTV cameras, the footages that claims that he came there to assault anybody. So we are still waiting for that. The station of Batampa says they will bring it out, and we are waiting on that effect. Yeah. So Kwame, let's still stay on this Kantaka issue. So the family is seeks Akofina's rearrest. So yesterday they held a press conference on this issue, and the family of the late Apostle Emeritus Professor Engineer Kojo Safo has called on law enforcement authorities to rearrest Isaac Kojo Safo, known as Nana Kojo Safo Akofina, and pursue attempted murder charges against him over the shooting of the former gender minister Sarah Adjo Safo. At a press conference in Accra, that was Wednesday, the family members expressed dissatisfaction with the handling of the case, arguing that the charges currently before the court do not reflect the gravity of the alleged offense, despite what they describe as substantial evidence linking Akofena to the shooting incident. When it comes here, according to the family, the shooting occurred during effort to resolve internal disagreements. They said Sarah Jasafo had encouraged her siblings to pursue peace and unity ahead of their father's burial, while leadership issues within the family and church were being addressed. The public figure Richard Osibo Brown also appealed to the leaders of the Christian Formation to uphold the values of unity, peace, and righteousness, urging the authorities to ensure that justice prevail in the matter. So the family member are calling for the arrest. They should rearrest Akofena again on the shooting incident, and they said the release does not. The gravity of this incident should not warrant him from being released from cells.
So, if family matter, how do we handle it? I honestly wouldn't want to share any thoughts or any comments about this. I mean, it's unfortunate that things have gotten this way. I mean, that's all I can say.
We are praying it doesn't turn into a Daddy Lumba issue in this country. We just ended one last year. We don't want a continuation of that.
I mean, the man who built the empire is gone.
Yeah.
I want to believe that for someone of his stature, there was a will, there was there would have been guidelines on succession and everything. I've seen yesterday, I saw a video that appears to suggest, if I understood what the apostle said, that is, if it's also not been doctored and all of that. I saw a video that suggested that the young man, which is Akofena, should be managing or taking care of the business when he's not around. But what I'm also hearing is that video is an old video, and that when he even went public and made those pronouncements, later on, apparently he changed his mind. But nobody has been able to bring a video of him changing his mind, apart from they saying that he had spoken to one or two people that were not happy with the way Akofena was running the business or the Christian Safo Empire, and some way somehow got everything back in the hands of her first child or daughter, which was Sarah Jasafo. But that one is those who are aligned to that side of the conversation. Nobody has been able to. For me, I haven't seen any document or any video that suggests that is the case. So I'll leave it to the family to decide.
There will be a will. So I think that one will come after the burial of the man.
Normally that's what happens.
Reading of a will comes after. So we should wait and see. But
and that's what I'm saying, that even for the church leadership, I mean, I am sure, unless they don't have, which I would find very strange, that when the leader of the organization or the church passes, issues to do with succession, I'm sure it will be so clear, because he wasn't going to be alive forever. Like he wasn't going to be there till Jesus would come. So issues of succession and all of that, I'm very surprised that it's not there at this point. And sadly, it has been reduced to this, where unfortunately the children are involved in all of this back and forth. It is most unfortunate. I just never wish it got to this point.
So let's move away from the family issue. To page 13 of the Daily Graphic. Bill to end witchcraft accusation under consideration. Local government minister. So the full story is on page 13 of the Daily Graphic. The Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs is considering the adoption of an anti-witchcraft bill aimed at ending the witchcraft accusation in Ghana. The Minister of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Ahmed Ibrahim, told Parliament. He said the private member's bill on witchcraft accusation introduced by the Member of Parliament for Medina, Francis Xavier Susu, sought to criminalize witchcraft accusation, protect victims, and punish perpetrators. He explained that while the bill has been tabled, it had not yet been passed. So coming to the review of existing laws, addressing Parliament yesterday, Ahmed Ibrahim said his ministry had set a target to review 2 existing laws on witchcraft enacted within the sub-region with the aim of aligning Ghana's legal framework with international human rights standards. The minister stated that this is in response to questions from the Member of Parliament, Ns Yao Enim, who asked about measures being taken to rally the support of chiefs and community stakeholders to address witchcraft accusation. The minister said the phenomenon of witchcraft accusation remain a pressing social challenge in Ghana, often resulting to stigma, violence, and vulnerable groups, especially women and children and the elderly. Those accusations, he says, undermines the dignity of citizens and threatens the peace of. Okay, so the continuation is on page. The peace of human rights committees of Parliament, and then they assured that the stakeholders will introduce the bill for passage and assent, rally traditional leaders. He also said that presented a policy opportunity for the ministry to rally chief religious leaders and community stakeholders to ensure cultural and grassroots support for the bill when finalized, while stressing that the rationale behind the ministry's resolve was clear. Ahmed Ibrahim said chiefs, queen mothers, and traditional leaders were custodians of culture and authorities in their communities, and so that the bill, Kwame, so that's on the witchcraft bill, which is yet to be passed and assented to ensure that those who are accused or who have been accused of witchcraft, those involved would be punished in that.
But if you're not a witch, how do you know someone's a witch? Is there a way you can look at someone and tell?
I don't know. I don't work in their camps.
That's what I'm saying. Is there a way you can look at someone and tell that person is a witch? I remember those primary school books. I don't know if you saw them. They used to be called Lady Bird. If I remember, Lady Bird storybooks. They were very little at the time, and then the witches in these stories were always described in a certain way.
Yeah,
they were wearing certain kind of clothes. They looked a bit horrible and all of that. That was our baby understanding of who a witch is. But now that I am an adult, I don't know whether I can look at someone and see the person is a witch. What would I look out for? How the person looks, how the person talks, what exactly?
I think those things comes in place when they go to church and say, "Oh, mama na yo, oh papa na yo." Who said
the woman who kept you in her belly for 9 months.
Yeah.
If that woman wanted to kill you, she didn't kill you when you were there. Now that you have grown and you become a crazy adult, let me put it that way. Now she wants to kill you.
Anyway.
So now it's only the pastors who can tell who a witch is.
Most of the times, most of these witchcraft
you come and tell me my mom is a witch. You will regret the day you tell me.
Accusation comes from going to this prayer camps and seeing that there's something, most of these things, and Kwame, it's a tricky question, and I'm also sure.
Can I give you an assignment? Look for the witches in Laboni and Cantonments for me. When you see one, show me one. So that I can just look at the features of the person and draw the conclusion. Okay.
I think that there was a camp that kept witchcraft in.
That was in North. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that camp has been closed down.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think we should go there and find out how they came to the conclusion of this person being a witch. I think there's a documentary. When you old age, when people grow, especially the women, the menopause and stuff, they start saying certain things, behaving in certain kind of way.
So that's how you get to know that the person is a witch.
That is how they
okay.
put the person in that category of being a witch.
Small boys are young. One day you get there. Your menopause will be on another level. Anyway, let's hear the other stories.
Still on page 13, first national disaster risk strategy underway. The country has begun developing its first comprehensive national disaster risk reduction strategy and action plan to serve as a national framework for coordinated disaster prevention, preparedness, response, and recovery. The plan would strengthen institutional collaboration, promote risk-informed development planning, and establish a national technical working group on early warning and anticipatory action. A multi-stakeholder consultation meeting on the development of the DRR strategy and plan was held in Accra on June 25 to assess the country's achievements in disaster management, identify existing gaps and opportunities, and provide technical input for a strategy that would reduce the disaster risk across sectors while protecting lives, livelihoods, and the economy. The meeting was organized by the Food and Agriculture Organization in partnership with the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO. It brought together representatives from government ministry and agencies, development partners, academia, civil society organization, and the private sector to contribute to the formulation of the strategy. So, in his address, the interim representative for the Food and Agriculture Organization called for stronger collaboration among stakeholders to reduce disaster risk, but commend NADMO for leading the process and stakeholders for their commitment. So, the enforcement, NADMO Regional Director Dennis Nate and the Director of Climate Change, Adaptation and Disaster Risk Reduction, NADMO, Charlotte Norman, called for a stricter enforcement of planning regulations to prevent development in flood-prone and disaster areas. They also advocated nationwide public education and community level awareness campaign to strengthen local resilience and improve preparedness against disaster. So Kwame, that is
we have waited till now.
Kwame, there's always a solution to problem. It's not only about waiting.
It will become a committee. They will spend, eat, drink tea, eat biscuits, eat bread, and nothing will happen. But there's yet a album.
Let's wait.
We are here. You see it. Are you aware that there was an anti-tax force as of last year?
Yeah.
Everybody even forgot about them. The one that was headed by Standube. Are you aware?
Yes.
What happened?
Well, maybe their work is different.
Where? Oh. Sometimes you don't know whether to laugh or cry. To be honest, you don't know whether to laugh or cry. I mean, how is it that we have suffered and suffered and suffered with these floods all of these years, and now we have thoughts? When I saw the story, it's on page 13 of the Daily Graphic. When I saw the story, I just don't know. I was kind of like disappointed, and this is why. Why do we wait for things to appear to get out of hand? We always react to things when we know. Who in this country doesn't know that in June the rains will come? These days they even start giving you warnings in May. Sometimes even late April.
Yeah.
The rain starts. It doesn't rain intensively every day. Yesterday, small rain on my stretch. Go and see the gridlock it created. Small rain. All the way from the painful part is that if you are familiar with my stretch, when you get to Achimota New Plan, there's a stretch, there's a turn on the right that would go to the communities around New Plan, ABC, Mile 7, St. John's, and then if you are going to Kwabenya and Ashoman, that stretch. But when you use the main road, there's no turn anywhere. It's like you're going all the way to the Jonte area. You can't turn anywhere. From somewhere around there's a very popular sports just here, directly opposite the Ashimota Retail Center. The traffic was from that point, and Lizzie, it was after 11 p.m. It wasn't 7 p.m. where you say it's rush hour, everybody's trying to get home after 11 p.m. Now the cars who are on that stretch, look at this. So let's say you are going this way. There is no turn anywhere, but the grade walk was such that the cars that were in the traffic, they were turning. Now when you turn, you would face a car that is also approaching you.
Yeah.
I just parked somewhere briefly and I was just watching. I was like, this country. When?
Small, we'll get there. So still on flooding issue, Kwame, the chairman of the Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council Apostle Dr. Eric Nyameche has urged government to enforce stricter sanitation regulation and strengthen urban planning system, warning that Ghana's recurring flooding disaster reflects persistent gap in enforcement and public discipline. Then speaking on Wednesday, June 24, at the opening ceremony of GPCC 2026 National Delegates Conference held at the Oil Dome of Royal House Chapel, Apostle Nyamiche expressed concern over the annual repetition of flood-related devastation despite repeated state intervention and assurance. He described the situation as frustrating, noting that little appeared to change each year despite public awareness and official commitment. Apostle Nyamiche stressed that the stronger enforcement mechanisms are needed to deter improper waste disposal, particularly the dumping of refuse into drains, which contributes significantly to urban flooding. He also called for the revival of strict sanitation enforcement systems similar to the former town council arrangements where offenders were remotely arrested and sanctioned. He also raised concerns about weak oversight and fiscal planning, questioning how unauthorized development continue to emerge in flood-prone areas without intervention from relative authorities. Beyond regulatory enforcement, he appealed to Christians and the general public to complete state effort by supporting victims of flood, stressing that verbal sympathy alone was not enough. So, Kwame, this is from the
Papa Osofu.
Yeah, saying that please,
The pointers of Papa Osofu is reason. Is it the first time?
Kwame, we always make it. We always say it.
Papa Osofu raised two things about the actions of individuals.
Yeah.
Putting all kinds of things in the gutter.
Yeah.
Haven't we discussed this since Don Diego Diaz-Ambuja's days?
We have to find out from the AMA if they've been able to arrest anybody. Because the 200 cities.
Your hope is too high. I've told you, your hope is too high. The issue about town council, haven't we raised it here?
Yeah.
Me, when I was a child at North Kanishi and Tema in Odoko, we used to see that all the time. You be in your house, they will just show up unannounced. We didn't have mobile phones or anything like that. So I don't even know how they used to coordinate in those days. But you be in your house, they will just show up. If there was rubbish, there was garbage in there that you've not kept properly and all of that, they will deal with you properly. If you go to Circle, there was a gentleman there called Sally for Amankwa. If you play the fool over there, he was always with a cane. I can't remember who gave him the power and the authorization to do what he was doing, but he was always around. Circle was not like this, the way you see it today. There was no Dubai there. Let me put it that way. And if you dare put any rubbish or anything like that, the way that man would deal with you, today go to Circle and see. It is baller next. Go there and go and see.
We say we are in modern Ghana, so
and this is the modernity. The modernity where we're stuck with all this Ghana. Crazy filth.
If you try correcting somebody, the way the person, what the person would do to you. So, still on the flooding issue, they said cancellation of Zoom Lion contract worsen Accra floods. In the wake of this year's rainy season.
I want to see where the story would go. Let's go ahead.
Ghana's capital city is experiencing severe flooding. This is not an exaggeration. The slighted rainfall now turns the national capital into a disaster zone. From houses built on and along waterways, the least said about them, the better. Their residents wake up every morning fearing the next downpour. So far, areas hit hard includes Carnation Market and its environs, Abubloshi, Malam, Medina, Santa Maria, and many others. What has compounded matters is that the rain have shown no sign of easing. It's for nothing at all. We should be bracing ourselves for more rains. It's as for the floodgates of heavens have been opened upon Accra and extension Ghana. But here is the question. There's no one in authority seem willing to answer honestly until now. Why is this happening after the successive years of relative calm? For so many years, it has rained in Accra, sometimes heavily, yet the floods have not been this destructive for the past years. That is not a coincidence. It is not climate change alone. It is not just population growth. It is something much closer to home: poor sanitation, political retribution, and cancelled contracts. The minister has spoken.
Now I see where this is going.
Termination worsened everything. On Saturday, June 6th, as part of the activities marking World Environment Day, the Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Ahmed Ibrahim, made a stunning admission in Takrady, that's Western Region. Speaking clearly and publicly, the minister confirmed that the termination of Zoom Lion's contract under the Youth Employment Agency has worsened sanitation issues in our cities and metropolis. That's the news was saying that was what the minister said, Ahmed Ibrahim. Let that sink in. A certain government minister has now officially stated that cancelling the contract made things worse. According to the minister, Zoom Lion was responsible for keeping cities and metropolis clean, and they did it effectively and efficiently. That continued until some Ghanaians and NGOs came out to argue that Ghanaians could do the job themselves and that the assemblies should be given the funds to clean out municipalities and cities. Two contracts, one mess now confirmed. That's the headline. We have been saying it all along. Two key contracts with Zoom Lion, one for dredging choke drains and waterways, and the other for street cleaning, were cancelled very emotionally. Not based on data, not based on transition plan, cancelled because of sheer politics and assumptions. For over 1 year now, no one has been sweeping the streets of Accra. No dredging, no discipline, and the minister has just confirmed that the assemblies boosted and failed. The minister went further. He revealed that the assemblies were very loud and arrogant, and that Zoom Lion contract should be terminated, insisting that the assembly could do the job themselves. They demanded the funds. They argued that Ghanaians do not need Zoom Lion, so the contract was terminated. The money was given to the assemblies. Now, the minister asked the question that every resident of Accra is shouting. Since that decision was made, what has been the result? Have the assemblies employed people to do the sweeping? The answer is painfully clear: no. The minister himself said so. Far, I have not set my eyes on any people who have been engaged by the assembly to sweep our cities. So we have succeeded in terminating Zoom Lion's contract, but the assembly have also not employed people to sweep the city. Tell me, why would our cities not be dirty? After taking over, what has become out of it? You cannot do the job. The results are there for all of us to see. So it comes to flooded markets, choke gutters, filth everywhere, 45,000 youth people thrown out of work. There is more. The minister revealed that a staggering human economic cost. Following the termination of the contract, Zoom Lion has not been providing services since 2025. Now we are in 2026 and they are still not working. But the damage goes beyond uncollected waste.
Okay.
The 45,000 Ghanaians who were engaged under the YEA program for the cleaning jobs that Zoom Lion was handling have all been laid off. That money was given to assemblies, yet the assemblies have proven that they cannot do the job. 45,000 young people, no work, no income, and the cities are dirtier than ever. So Kwame, that's a set of what they're written by Ama Nkansa Ofori Atta on the cancellation of Zoom Lion, worsening floods in Accra.
Okay. I remember the issues around the story very, very, very well. Was it maybe somewhere last year? I remember Zoom Lion even released a number of statements in that regard. I recall they even did a presser.
Were you there?
I can't. I remember they did a presser. What I
Okay.
can remember is I remember there was a program that was organized where they invited the press. But I also remember the head of corporate communications. Her name is Sedoji or something like that. She was on a number of media platforms explaining those issues, because the issue was that a number of contracts had gone to Zoom Lion, that I remember, and the fact that they were underpaying their workers. If you look at how much government was giving them and how much was going to the worker, and the fact that it also appeared that they were getting far too many contracts in that regard. So there was a conversation about giving these contracts to, if you like, the MMDCs and all of that, because they also said they were in a position to do so. As to whether that is the cause of this, I mean, we would have to do a research on that. That maybe that the assemblies are not working and are not delivering like the way Zoom Lion was delivering. We know.
Kwame, have you seen anybody on the streets of Accra sweeping?
To be honest,
Your
I don't
constituency, have you
see them
seen...
now. To be honest, because I used to see them at dawn.
Yeah.
On my stretch, they'll be. I mean, they were by the roadside.
Yeah.
They were not hiding. So if you pay attention, you see them, because they were in a blue attire, if I remember.
Blue and orange.
Yeah, and because the colors were so bright, if you happen to be driving along any of the major routes, you see them as early as 4 o'clock thereabouts. But I remember there was an issue about their pay.
Yeah.
They were being paid about 250 or 300 Ghana cedis or so.
cedis.
Yeah, and there was a lot of agitation in that regard. So I also remember that the contracts were literally given to the MMDCs to also do a thing or two.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. As to whether that is the cause of this. So, I mean, the writer is probably suggesting that following the termination of the Zoom Lion contract, the assemblies are not performing.
And 45,000 youth lost their jobs, their home doing nothing.
Because to be honest, what I saw were, especially on my stretch, and quite a number of them they were not even young people. Quite a number of them were quite elderly.
Yeah.
Not too old, but quite a number of them were, maybe when you look at them, maybe 40, late 40s and all of that. And as early as 4, you see them there.
Yeah.
They were cleaning. They had this, I don't know how to describe it. They had this small vans.
Yeah.
Once they were done cleaning, you would see them, collecting everything and putting it there. Where they were taking it, I don't know. But I saw them a number of times. Even on the motorway, there was a day I was going to Tema early in the morning. And they were on the stretch from end to end, and I was like, hey, Charlie, these people, they work cool. As to all the things that the writer has raised, well, we can look at them.
The press conference. After the press conference, there was some
okay, so
meetings.
I'm sure that's why he's here to remove his mouth. Yeah.
Meetings to explain.
There's a full story. Is this in Daily Graphic?
No, the Informal newspaper.
Okay.
The cancellation
Zoom
of
Lion and
Zoom Lion
the
contract.
cancellation of their, they used to clean so many parts of Accra.
Worsening the
and the writer is saying that since they lost that job, or since they lost that contract, now nobody's cleaning, nobody's desilting the gutters, nobody's dredging, and maybe, just maybe, that is feeding into the flat situations that we have today. Because in years before, we were not seeing like the floods to this level. On my stretch, for example, yesterday I go home like around 12. There's a very big gutter. If you are familiar with Taifa Junction, there's a very big gutter just when you get to the junction. The kind of things that were coming out of the gutter. So when
that's true. I want to largely agree with that assertion. Even at the Wojak Barrio, for instance, the MC, and I've seen some government officials or some of the technocrats even commenting that since government cancelled that contract with Zoom Lion, it's quite difficult for other waste companies to deal with the issues about fields and other things. I think the local government ministry should take a second look at, or government largely should take a second look at that termination of contract. Much as people allege that there was some kind of abrogation of or inflated costs and all that, I think the subject matter of it is how do we get our communities clean? How do we get proper cleanup, for lack of better, or desilting, to eradicate perennial floodings in the country? Because this year, the issue about flooding is just too much. In the past, like you said, we see flooding here and there, but it looks like, apart from people building on waterways, largely it can also be attributed to the choked gutters, people not waste not being picked up by waste companies. People feel that, oh, if there's no waste company dealing with this matter, when it's raining, let me pour it into the flood. These are some of the reasons. I don't know the issues between government and Zoomland as of now. Whether or not government will take a second look, or really what's really the issue. Is it emotional thing that government took that tangent to terminate that contract? Is it really because people petitioned that Zoomlion is kind of enjoying monopoly, and so they are unable to do certain things right? Is it a case of government pay them huge amount of money but they pay their workers little? If that is the case,
it was one of the allegations against them, if you remember.
Yeah.
They said they were paying their staff. Zoomlion was getting about 850, and they were paying the staff 250, and then 600 was going into is it general management or something like that. Yeah.
I think if that is one of the key reasons why that contract was terminated. I mean, this is dialogue. Much as you want to enforce the labor laws, and indeed you want to implement the labor laws, you can't sit with the company and say that, look, you are cheating the people. And so if governments, we are giving you 600 cedis, and you're
giving them 850.
You give you 800 cedis, and then you pay 250 cedis, and you see that the 600 is going to operational.
They gave a reason, general management cost, something like that.
Of course, I would also want to agree and disagree with the general management cost, because you know that fuel cost of maintaining those vehicles or the cars that you use in picking up these refuse and all that, it comes with a huge cost. But can the two parties meet themselves halfway and say that, look, the 250 cedis woefully inadequate? If you can raise it
that was less than the minimum wage.
Yes, maybe if you want to raise it to maybe 450 or 400, then the 600 Ghana cedis cannot be.
I remember
600 cedis is going into general management.
I remember if you heard the comments of her name is it Setoji something G. Yeah. I'm trying to recall the name, but I'll look out for it. I remember in her rounds, because she was a number of platforms I recall at that time. One of the things that she said to, I won't say defend, but that was my understanding of what she was doing. She said, it is not like the people you see working there, it's not like they are working 7 hours a day or 8 hours a day, which is what you probably call the standard of working hours in Ghana. I remember their defense was that these workers were working like 2-3 hours every single day, something like that. They were not working the food. But even that, I said, but you could have worked all of those things out, even if they were working for 2 minutes a day. There are contract terms. There is a way you can go about these things,
Once there's a contract, you should meet every condition that it comes with, because both parties agreed that there's going to be a cleanup every morning, whether it is 2 hours or 4 hours or morning, evening. Contract has been established. That contract has been entered by two parties. If the cleaner has done his or her parts of the contract, the employer should also make sure that he or the employer should also meet the conditions of the employee. That is simple. Because the absence of, we are not promoting Zoomlion, but I think that they've done a very great job in the past. No two ways about it. They've done their best. They've done their best. But government generally should sit and ask themselves. So there are two types of committees that President Mahama has established. The first one was the one led by Standobe. And when the floodings came, there was another committee established to do, I think it was NADMO that was tasked to give a report of the perennial floodings, as if we don't know what is happening. Fair enough, maybe we want to take out the termination of contract for Zoomlion is maybe it's going to be permanent. Maybe it's not. There's going to be a renewal or rethink about that contract. Fair deal. But government as a whole, how then do we deal with perennial flooding, waste management in the country?
Because anytime it rains, you will see an area flooded, not just the waters, but it comes with huge refuge. Alagi, we can't talk about what do you call it, flooders and leave out Alaju. My own Kaswa Wija Tetegu. Charlie, government as a whole should be deliberate. Every government talks about Odo River drainage system, desilting Odo River. But what happens? World Bank will give us money. Government will generate money to give to the sector ministry, which is supposed to deal with the matter. By the end of the day, reports will come out that monies have been paid with no work done. Yet these people will go scot-free. Auditor General reports will raise flags, serious red flags about monies being paid to a certain institution, certain agency, certain ministry for no work done. Yet the Public Accounts Committee will sit, reasons will be given, sanctions will be given, yet no monies will be paid. At the end of the day, we come back the following year and we'll discuss it again. Last time I said it, that June, July, August, we'll discuss drainage, flood, refuge, desilting matters. But after September, when you're done with the Kwame Nkrumah holiday and the Christmas comes to pass, we chop New Year, Easter comes, June again we'll come back. Kwame, you and I will come back.
We have been coming back. Yeah.
Every year. So
next year we'll come back.
So we should go beyond the annual ritual. We should see a year. Government should set a target for itself that by next year we won't come back June, July, August and talk about flood. That should be the deliberate effort of government.
Sometimes you sadly get the feeling that in our part of the world, people benefit from our challenges.
No,
so, for example, I'm not saying that is the situation. I'm just using as an example. So, let's say in Nadbo, if the flood situation is curtailed, nobody will chop over there.
Oh yeah.
As in, nobody will go and buy 2,000 mattresses and 6,000 blankets and buy 10,000 bags of rice and all of those things. So, boys won't benefit.
Of course.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So, they would rather wish that the situation remains as bad as it is, so that every year somebody will buy the mattresses, somebody will buy the blankets, somebody will buy whatever, and they benefit. Sometimes that's how I see it.
When the Muri incident happened in Cape Coast, one of the evenings, I think a day or two in the evening, I was going home. We saw the Central Regional NADMO coordinator, Kwesi Dawood, in a pickup, NADMO pickup. They had packed. I'm sure they came to get
some goods from
their
National.
Relief items from National. Coming huge pick up like two.
How do you even distribute the things right? Nobody
Exactly.
knows.
So mattresses, food items, maybe government will spend money in maybe some accommodations. Come calculate all those items. One, what do you call it? The bed, one
the
size
mattress.
or whatever. How much is the cost of one? The single bed, the student's mattress, it will cost you maybe 500 cedis. One. So if you are buying maybe 1,000 for the whole community, do the math. Look at the people.
That's where somebody will chop now.
But Kwame, that shouldn't be the case. If we say that, Kwame, is it? I am sad, and I like the establishment you've laid. That why do we have to benefit from someone's misfortune? That someone is praying.
Why do you see a situation where in this country, one road in your lifetime, it has been fixed 200 times?
It does.
If this is not madness, I don't know what it is.
The Monday we were discussing the politically tagged Dodi Pepesu Road. Kwame, we started political campaign since Kufuor time. And I remember there was a banter between jabs between Akufo-Addo and President Mahama that Akufo-Addo said that when Mahama was using the road, we were wada. The Akufo-Addo said, "When I'm climbing out, you get bom, potholes in Kwan." Yet after 8 years, we still talk about Dodi Pepesu Road because we are waiting for people to demonstrate, and then we take advantage of it to speak politically. We are in rainy season. Yesterday it rained. Kwame, it rained. And when I'm driving, I feel that Rebecca say me a dirty person because Kwame, the whole car is dirty. If you take it to washing bay today, by evening tomorrow it will be dirty again because the roads are bad. Yesterday, Cephas met so on the barrier road for the Atala Junction. there was a truck that fell on the
then
stretch.
People will spend 10 hours there.
Kwame, if it was a serious country, that car by this time would have been towed away. Last night, the car was there.
This morning, it's still there.
This morning, it's still there.
And it's causing crazy traffic.
Crazy traffic.
Tomorrow will be there.
Tomorrow it will be there. So we don't have MC, we don't have MP, we don't have regional minister. The whole country is a crime scene.
That stretch, is this, that area, is it all part of Wejagbawi?
So Barrier is under Botan English Amafro.
Okay.
So,
So
when you
Malam
cross-
Junction area is
So
Wejagbawi.
Malam, yes, is for Wejagbawi. And
That's
Malam-
more area that they can't fix the they can't fix the potholes. That is no more than 2 minutes drive.
Kwame, it's just like the portal is just like the studio, from the studio to the lobby. Just the portal, but the traffic can start from Wager.
What's the name of the MCA again? Felix Odate.
The competent person, Odate, Felix Odate.
Yeah.
He's not a serious member of parliament. MC. Yesterday, I got a call from a reporter from Unia TV, and she said that on Monday, when she was coming home from office, she saw the MC directing traffic.
What is wrong if
It is foolish on his part to be directing traffic whilst you know the real cause of the issue. You are directing traffic.
Is that his job?
I'm saying that the most incompetent municipal chief executive I've seen in the country is the Wejagbawi MC. How do you stand in the portals and direct traffic whilst sensibly you know that the issue goes beyond that?
The issue with the potholes.
The issue is the portals.
And he's standing in the portals and directing the traffic.
Very foolishly. So, President Mahama, the Wejagbawi MC is fully incompetent and needs to be sacked. This is a reporter giving me that report that the MC was in the portals directing traffic.
he's helping?
Helping.
He wants to be seen to be working.
Oh no, then he's not working. Then
He's working.
Then he displayed gross incompetence
He
on
wants
the
to be
field.
seen to be working.
But Kwame,
Anyway, let me wrap up.
I am saying that we should see a government effort to deliberately say that next year, if President Mahama is talking about legacy projects, flood should be part of the legacy projects. It should be deliberate. So the Standard Committee and the NADMO Committee, what is the report now?
Next year.
They'll wait and bring it by January and say that this is the issue.
Stance committee was
So
asked
that-
last year.
So that between January and June, when the flood comes, they will give excuse as to why they couldn't implement their recommendations in the report. So next year will come back. President Mahama, this is your last term in office. If you want to stay home and enjoy so that people will give you more accolades, fix the road issue. If you are talking about big push, Kwame, there is no road that needs big push than Kaswa Malam Highway. There's no big push. There's no road that needs big push than that stretch. And I was coming and you see MPs in their sirens all over the place. You
Yes,
don't want to
anytime,
join the
yes.
traffic. You want to use the other side.
Good.
You are an MP. You want to use the other
I've
side.
told myself, if it's not an ambulance, if it is not the people who are taking money to the bank, and who else? If it is not the president, the president convoy, if you've seen it, you know this is the president. The vice to when you see, you can see. Or maybe the chief justice, or maybe the speaker of parliament, or the security heads. The security heads, we can see it by their numbers.
Their number.
So
They have
GP1,
one. Yeah.
PS1, whatever one. So I know. If you are no one, you can hong the whole year, mind you. Or,
I mean, they're moving
unless
with
I see,
motorcades.
okay, a situation where maybe they are taking someone to the hospital. So let's say I happen to be around Kaukudi, and then you can clearly see that they are taking somebody to 37.
Yeah.
I'll give way. But if I see any one of those people who some of them can't even speak English, trying to use their sirens to disturb me, they are going for a meeting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
You see, that's one thing I like
You are
about
mad. I won't even
the
mind.
police officers at Shiashi. Kwame, they stopped at a V8, blowing the siren here and there. They thought it was an MP. It was the MP's driver.
Okudi lunch.
Yeah.
It was the MP's
The
driver.
MP was not even in the car.
They
Yes.
stopped the guy. Make sure the guy was fined. MTTD officers should ensure that no siren is blown out, but it's part of the law.
It's part of the law. That's what they were fighting for.
But when the MTT officer sees or hears a siren far away, then they will alert the drivers to be
give way.
Kwame, leadership. We are in serious leadership crisis. A lot of things have gone wrong. Lots of things are still going wrong.
Until Lizzie becomes Minister of Local Government, we'll discuss issues.
Yesterday, local government was
Minister.
Minister was talking about. So you should just keep on the floor of Parliament. We should.
Yeah.
At this one, I think you played the
I
sound
played
bites.
the sound.
Oh, I just.
It's something to do with the Kufado's administration.
It just kept.
Don't worry, I have the story here.
I remember. It just. I was working on something at the time you were reading, so the thing just kept me like that.
Passed a bill, and
The AstroTurf.
Good. How on
Calling
earth?
on.
He says that there's only one park, but there's 3 allocations of budgets. There's only one park in that constituency.
This is your country. The things that happen here.
But they've taken 3 contracts.
Even God will be shocked.
3 AstroTurfs.
Even God will be shocked.
So let's say Tuba, for instance, there's one. Then whoever is in charge will go for 3 contracts to construct 3 AstroTurfs. Once you know that whole constituency has only one park.
Then I think he even said that. So you've taken money from Ghana Gas, GNPC, and then he mentioned a third organization. I can't remember. But if you go to the grounds, that AstroTurf is in the name of an individual.
Yeah, private owned.
But it was Ghana Gas
crazy.
money.
The
That was used to fix it.
It was under NYA because Sly was the former CEO of NYA. So that's where the contract came from. But if we should investigate now, someone might have gone for money from Ghana Gas, like the minister said.
And when you go and play, the minister said they charge 300 or 400 or 500.
Oh,
And
it goes
after
high.
every 2 hours, and nobody even accounts.
Some take 500 cedis.
500 for 2 hours.
For 2 hours. I think
They are using it for funerals. They are using it for
1,000
Tuba, for instance, because the Muslim community.
They use it for Auri and all of those things. And have you seen, one of these days, I'll do a whole piece of my mind on this. Have you seen the state of a lot of the AstroTurfs today?
Yeah.
Maintenance is zero.
For taking all the money.
The one at
Maintenance is zero.
Castle, for instance, when you're working, you could see that you're working on gravels. AstroTurf. So they have to take it off.
And
meanwhile,
the one in my area, Sakumono, you know is that carpet that they use? You see, they are literally cutting parts of it. I didn't even know you could tribute.
The whole the AstroTurf carpet, you know.
I didn't even know
it is somebody's doormat.
On that note, let Dr. Apia educate us why. But even before Dr. Apia comes through with the education, because some of these things is a Friday, you can only laugh. It's a Friday, Charlie. And when you hear the figures of some of the AstroTurf, then Charlie. Anyway, let me come through with a letter to the president on the back of some of these conversations that we've been having here before Dr. Vanessa Apia also comes through with some health education for all of us.
Of many motorists, workers, students, traders, and commuters who use the Accra Tema motorway daily. Mr. President, the reconstruction of the motorway was welcomed with great excitement because we all looked forward to a safer, faster, and more efficient road. We understood that such a major project would come with some inconvenience, but many of us did not expect the work to move at such a slow pace. Today, commuters spend long hours in traffic, sometimes turning what should be a short journey into an exhausting experience. Workers arrive late at their workplaces, businesses lose valuable time, and families spend less time together because so many hours are lost on the road. This situation becomes even more frustrating during rush hours, when vehicles crawl through construction zones with little visible progress. Mr. President, beyond the delays, there are growing concerns about safety. Some sections of the road remain rough and dusty, while motorists are forced to navigate diversions that can be confusing, especially at night. The risk of accidents remains a concern for many road users. We appreciate your government's efforts to improve the country's road infrastructure and we recognize that large-scale projects often face challenges. However, we humbly plead to you to look into the factors causing the delays and ensure that work on the Accra-Tema motorway is accelerated. Mr. President, the motorway is not just another road. It is a vital economic corridor that connects Ghana's capital to its industrial hub and the country's main seaports. Every delay affects productivity, transportation, and the daily lives of thousands of Ghanaians. We therefore respectfully ask that the necessary resources, supervision, and support be provided to ensure the project is completed within the shortest possible time. Ghanaians deserve a motorway that reflects the country's ambitions for growth and development. Mr. President, we remain hopeful that our concerns will receive your attention and that soon, road users will see significant progress on this important national project. Yours faithfully, Class FM.
Well, that was my colleague Charles coming through with a letter to the president. Dr. Vanessa Appiah is also standing by to come through with some health education.
I'm Dr. Vanessa Appiah, and this is Medical Minutes. Your skin is not just about appearance. It can also reflect what's happening inside your body. Your skin is one of the largest organs of the body, and changes in the skin can sometimes be early signs of underlying health issues. For example, persistent acne, dark patches around the neck or underarms, dry skin, rashes, itching, or wounds that heal slowly. These may be linked to hormonal changes, stress, allergies, nutritional deficiencies, or other medical conditions. And many people focus only on creams or cosmetic treatments without asking an important question. Why is this happening? Your skin often reflects what is happening naturally and internally. Stress can affect the skin, hormones can affect the skin, poor sleep, dehydration, and nutrition can affect the skin. And because skin changes are visible, they are often one of the body's earliest warning signs. Sometimes what appears to be a skin issue is actually your body asking for deeper attention. Pay attention to skin changes that are new, persistent, spreading, painful, or worsening. And rather than only treating the surface, seek advice to understand the underlying cause. Healthy skin often begins with overall health. I am Dr. Vanessa Appiah, CEO of the Accra London Health Centre. Your well-being matters.
Well, a big thank you to Dr. Vanessa Appiah for coming through with some health education for us. It's now time to celebrate you or that very special person because it is birthday time. or if you know someone who is celebrating his or her birthday, you can let us know on our WhatsApp number 0500,000 202, or make your way to our socials, Class 913 on Facebook, drop us a message, and we will take it from there. So today is birthday number 76 for former mayor of Kumasi and former member of parliament for Aswa, the Honorable Maxwell Kofi-Dwomoh, who recently was the CEO of Gihok. He was born on this day in 1950, so he's celebrating birthday number 76. Happy birthday to him. Today also happens to be birthday number 47 for former Ghanaian Youth International Awudu Isaka. Remember him? He was part of the team that won the U17 World Cup for Ghana in 1995 in Ecuador. He was born on this day in Sunyai. Happy birthday to him on this day. Today also happens to be the birthday of another former Ghanaian football star, Abladi Kuma. He was born on this day in 1970. He's celebrating birthday number 56 today. I mean, he doesn't look it at all. When you see him, he still looks very, very, very young. Happy birthday to you on this very, very special day. Everybody calls him Sabatu. So all of you Tema guys, he's lived in Tema virtually all its life. All of you Tema guys, if you meet Sabatu anywhere, just know that today is his birthday and wish him a happy birthday number 56 for all of us. Let me also take the opportunity to celebrate a few friends who were born on this day before they come for me. To you, Somwa Jan, today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you as you celebrate this one. To a former colleague, Abla D'Souza, you work with the multimedia group. You're celebrating your birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Mr. Kwame Asari, you're also celebrating another 365. Happy birthday to you. Madam Rita Bequin, happy birthday to you. To an old mate from high school, Fadel Adu, Doc, you're celebrating your birthday today. Happy birthday to you as well. Mr. Frank Asumeni, today is your birthday. We take the opportunity to celebrate you on this very, very, very special day. And if today happens to be your birthday and you'd want us to know, the celebrations will start here on this platform. This is Class 91.3 FM. It's exactly 3 minutes past 8, and just in case you've just joined us, this is a piece of my mind, which is a segment of the show where I share my thoughts on a subject or more, and also give you an opportunity for you to do same. You can do that via multiple ways on WhatsApp on 0500,000 202, 0500,000 202. Alternatively, you can reach us on our socials, Class 913 on Facebook. We're streaming live there. And then when the phone lines are activated, you can call in and share your thoughts as well. Take note of the calling number 0302208080, 0302208080. And today also being a Friday, I would love to get your thoughts on issues within your community as well. You can share those very strong thoughts with us. This morning, I want to take my piece of my mind from a story on page 13 of the Daily Graphic, a story written by Juliet Echan-Asafo. I read and then I share my thoughts. The country has begun. Pay particular attention to that sentence. The country has begun, so it's a new thing, developing its first comprehensive national disaster risk reduction strategy and action plan to serve as a national disaster framework for coordinated disaster prevention, preparedness, and response together with recovery. The plan would strengthen institutional collaboration, promote risk-informed development, and to establish a national technical working group on early warning and anticipatory action. A multi-stakeholder consultation meeting on the development of the DRR strategy and plan was held in Accra on June 25 to assess the country's achievements in disaster management, identifying existing gaps and opportunities, and provide technical inputs for a strategy that would reduce disaster risk across the sectors while protecting lives, livelihoods, and the economy. The meeting was organized by the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, in partnership with the National Disaster Management Organization. It brought together reps from governments and ministries together with agencies, developmental partners, academia, civil society organizations, and the private sector to contribute to the formulation of the strategy. In his address, the rep from FAO, Priya Gujador, called for stronger collaboration among stakeholders to reduce disaster risk, but commended NADBO for leading the process and stakeholders for their commitment. So if I go back to the very first sentence of the story written by Juliet Echan-Asafo, the country has now begun. Sometimes you don't know whether to cry or whether to laugh. I'm not blaming the guys who are currently running NADMO. I'm not blaming them. I'm not saying they are at fault. But I'm looking at the conversation in its totality. Sometimes you don't know whether to laugh or to cry. Because in my lifetime, and I'm in my 40s, I have seen the rains, I've seen the floods, I've seen the level of destruction caused by the rain for years. I have seen deaths. I've seen people lose lives and property. I've seen people lose everything. And after almost 70 years after independence, we are now beginning to develop. So I'm asking myself, why did we set up NADMO? To do what? And at the time that we set up NADMO, which was supposed to be a national disaster and management organization, we didn't think that all of these conversations that we are having at this time should have been incorporated into their work. What is wrong with us? Who has cursed us? What is wrong? I don't know you listening to me this morning. I don't know how old you are because I can't tell who is listening. But what I do know is that many of you do listen to a piece of my mind. In your lifetime, haven't you heard about the floods? In your lifetime, haven't you heard about the level of destruction? In your lifetime, haven't you seen people foolishly dumping all kinds of waste into the gutters to choke them? In your lifetime, haven't you seen people building in waterways? Haven't we seen all of this? And we are now having consultations on what we can do to prevent these disasters. Hey! That is why some people think that unfortunately the white man is so far ahead. Because when they are faced with issues, the issues do not run for 50 years. There have been floods in this country since 1960. The other day, someone sent me a newspaper piece of floods in Accra in 1960. So we are in the 66th year. And every year we experience this. Every year we experience this. this would not happen in any serious country. They may not be able to eradicate the problem 100%, but what I can guarantee you of them doing is that they will try to reduce this problem every single year, so that 66 years down the line, the problem may have been eradicated by 99%. Here, 66 years after we celebrated Ghana being a republic, and 69 years after we celebrated Ghana getting independence, the problem is even getting worse. It's not like it is getting better, so that you say that we are making progress. The situation is even getting worse. These days, as a result of social media, we don't have to wait for television news to see what is happening in a particular community. And even with television, they would only bring us pictures and visuals of particular communities. Today, whatever is happening in your hood, you can film it yourself, put it on a social media platform, and we know what is happening there. Now that we claim that we have more technical knowledge, now that we claim that we have a lot more people going to school, this is the time we are also fooling. Because granted, in 1960, the number of people who were educated were minimal. Granted, in 1960, the number of people who lived in Accra were a very small number. Granted, in 1960, we didn't have so many engineers who would have planned a thing or two. Granted, in 1960, we didn't have the technical capacity, or we didn't even have the funds to put in mechanisms to deal with this. How about 2026? Or how about 2000? Or how about 2010? Or about how about 1995? It doesn't look like over the years we have made any significant progress. So I remember a message Francis sent the other day. In this country, we don't solve problems, we discuss them. Yeah, we'd spend time having meetings. Yesterday, there was a meeting on all of this. By this time, go and check the budget on food and drinks and water. It will blow your mind. That one we know how to do. Oh, organizing programs, seminars, workshops on dealing with a problem. We know how to do it so much. But let's wait and see when it comes to implementation, whether it is implemented in the right way or not. 66 years down the line, we are now having this conversation. Were we not here in 2015? What happened at Circle? Between 2015 and now, what have we been doing? Even if we don't want to go so far back. Between 2015 and now, it's 11 years. In that 11 years, we haven't thought about this. In 2000s, I saw flats in Accra. In the 90s, I saw flats in Accra. As a little child in the 80s, I saw flats in Accra. So are we going or are we coming? Look at the level of destruction that is being caused by the floods. And then I saw a liner in there about prevention and preparedness. Really? In 2026, we don't know what to do to prevent the current experiences that we are having in 2026, that we need to hold a whole meeting and get in foul. In 2006, we are having a conversation about response and recovery. So what did we set up that board to do? We put square pegs in round holes. People who do not have any experience about disaster management, and we have put them there over the years. So they are there and they don't know what to do. They have to come and tell us that they are holding a workshop to deal with that problem. All of these years, they don't know what they are doing. They don't know why the organization was set up. Was this not part of the reasons why NADMO as an organization was set up? And it's supposed to work with other bodies to ensure that when we have some of these challenges, we deal with them. In our case, the problems are perennial. We experience them every year. Mark it somewhere. Next year by this time, we'll be discussing this. Last year we discussed. 2 years ago we discussed. 10 years ago we discussed. 20 years ago we discussed. And we will still be discussing. Because we do not have people in the right places who can solve the problems. We do not have people in the municipalities. We don't have people who are holding high offices who will take decisions that will kneel to the benefit of you and me. That is why when we spoke to the MCE for Agbawi, who clearly doesn't know why he's there, he's telling me and he's telling our listeners that we should know what is right. When he's there to ensure that he does what is right. If it is hard decisions that he would have to take as the MCU for Agbawi, he takes them. And if everyone is taking those hard decisions wherever they are, you think that people are going to be building in waterways? You think that people are going to be putting all kinds of rubbish in the gutters? If you leave man to do whatever he wants, this is what you will get. Are we not in this country? Only last week, there was a story attributed to Alhaji Faila, the MCE for Medina, where there's a building in the waterway. They are going to get rid of it. And he's getting a call from someone at Jubilee House. The story is on Ghana Web. And you say we need to go and sit over tea and meat pie to decide. When these are things that we can do instantly. Someone was giving Alhaji Fila a call from Jubilee House to stop the destruction of a particular property because it is for a big man. We heard MC Odate say the same thing. Properties are for big people. When we spoke to the NADBO coordinator for Wage Agbawi, he also said the same thing. Properties are for very big and powerful and influential people. Something is wrong with us. And then we go and sit over tea and meat pie to discuss what? Prevention measures. The things that we should do, we are not doing them. So we will continue to face these problems. Drive around Accra. Everywhere is brick and mortar. Everywhere, brick and mortar. People are literally blocking waterways. Yesterday, if you were on the stretch from Achimota, and this is after 11 p.m., it is not 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. where you say it is rush hour, people are going to work. If you were anywhere from Achimota all the way to probably Pukwasi, I'm sure you saw the gridlock there. There were people who had been in the gridlock for hours before I got there. But I was going through my abode, so I didn't use the main road. I used the outer. And I saw people turning after spending hours in the traffic. And one of the major reasons is that when you get to the area that is called Moose, where they sell the plywood, that area is a Ramsar site. I'm told that was a situation many years ago. We have decided to go and sell wood over there. That in itself may not be the problem. But when they are done with the wood business, they have filled that place. Recently, I passed there. There is a stretch that has a big gutter that will connect with the gutter on the other side of Taifa Junction, which will go all the way into the sea. Somebody has done some brick and mortar work and has concretized the place. So it has diverted the path of the water body. So the water now ends up on the road. So if you are coming from Ofanko barrier, that stretch, you see the Moose area, the water now collects on the road because somebody has diverted the path. So it creates crazy traffic, and the water has all found its way outside the outer road to the inner road. So yesterday, if you were there, the rains that came, that was the destruction that it caused. And we are having a problem about prevention when we know what the problem is. Sometimes it's like we are just jokers. The white man will not do this. They are not better than us, but they take the right decisions that would inure to the benefit of the locals. Over there, the leaders are there to serve. Here, they are here to loot. So they don't think. Over the years, they have no thoughts. So our problems are getting worse. What can we fix in this country? Tell me where you are. What problem has been fixed where you are? Tell me. Is it the roads? Common street lights, the one you pay, it's not free. Common street lights. This morning on my way, common street lights we pay, it's not free. If you are still doing postpaid, you will see it on your bill. You pay for street lights, it's not free. They don't work for years. Nobody cares. Garbage we can't collect. We sink money into a lot of nonsense that could have gone into better things. But obviously, because that powerful politician would benefit from a project like that, they don't care. And sometimes you get a feeling that politicians benefit from our problems and they benefit from our challenges. So they would rather want to see the problem existing rather than fixing the problem. Look around you. Look at projects that have been done 2,000 times in your lifetime. Couldn't we just have done it once and save the money to do other things? Let me use my stretch. Almost a year and a half now, the street lights are not working. All the way from Banchiasi to Atomic Junction, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are working around the Banchiasi area. The rest, all the way to Atomic down, it doesn't work. So people want to exercise at dawn, they can't because they are afraid of being nabbed. MC Agbo needs 10 years to fix it. So we are there. The roads that were fixed a couple of years ago, because the contractor did a very poor job, did the first outlay, and that was the end. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about anything. Yet, you and I will go and queue and vote, hoping that things will get better. But they remain the same. They remain literally the same. Today is the 26th of June. The rains will keep coming. And it will keep causing problems. There was a team that was set by His Excellency as a last year, which was supposed to have been headed by Standugbe, the Deputy Chief of Staff, my big brother. I don't know how far they went with their work. Now we are hearing of another preventing team, whatever. We set up the committees. We are very good. Go and speak grammar. We are very good. Put documents on paper. We are very good. When it comes to implementation, then we all go on a commercial break. Near Dasa. We all go on a commercial break when it comes to implementation. So we will keep on suffering in the flats. We will keep suffering. Where do you explain this nonsense of people building in waterways? And after spending millions of cedis to build a house, we'll come and break the house. Where would you see this nonsense? But somebody gave that person the land. Somebody gave that person the permit to start the construction. And then at a certain point, it is for a big man, so we can't pull it down. And then 1 or 2 or 3 houses in the waterway causes problems for all of us. And we say we want to prevent what? We haven't been seeing these issues all of these years. What do we want to prevent? What was NADMO set up to do? Was it not the same thing? And how long has NADMO been in existence? Multiplicity of jobs in Kwa, multiplicity of jobs in Kwa. Same thing in 3 or 10 different foods. Then people will chop, then nothing will happen. Let's continue like this. Let's pretend we have the brains. Now that we even have a lot more people going to school compared to the 60s and 70s. At least they were living with some smartness. They kept their environment clean. They were not building in waterways, even with very little education. They kept their compounds clean. They were not dumping garbage in gutters. We that we claim we are educated, we have gone to university of DND. We are the ones fooling all over the place. The phone lines have been activated. You can call me and share your thoughts with me. 0302208080. You can tie in a challenge in your community as well. I would love to hear from you today. Being a Friday, we tie that in with the community as well. So if you have those, I know you're going to say those same problems that you've been talking about for years, that nobody is minding you. Let's keep talking about it. At some point, they would listen. Hello, good morning.
At least 7 spots still to be decided there.
0302208080. Let me hear from you on these issues that we are discussing this morning.
Smashes it back.
I am Tutupachi.
Hey, where have you been?
Oh, my brother. It's a problem.
It shall be well.
Oh, it shall be well. Inshallah. And my regards to your own and your everything, Honorable Comrade Abolo is vowing for deputy communication at Robo. May God guide him and take him through. And then to Peter Kwesimensa. Your own brother, Amos Blessing, is listening to you. He's
okay.
Applying for regional secretary. He's listening to you. He said good morning to you. You know something, Chama Kwame? I always say, whenever I get opportunity to speak on any radio, that democracy with that common sense, it seems like animals living in the bush do whatever they like. Why do I say so? Just because of democracy. You can see somebody, sorry to say, or sorry my grammar, this stupidness. The stupid thing that the person will be doing, you can't say it because he has his right and he's a democratic right. He chooses to do whatever he likes. You can see somebody trying that's refuse around a living place. You cannot say it because you don't see. He will tell you, it's mother who sees here. The project that you are talking about, the properties, it is owned by these politicians, these men. You know, they take Ghana as a farm yard. They'll go there, harvest, and come home to or to enjoy it. That is why they are building they are buying houses outside Ghana. So whatever happens here, they careless. They don't care. They will just come to us, speak the quoted words to us, and then you end up being in the queue voting for them. So at least for once, because of democracy, can't we apply common sense to normal life? Likewise, our forefathers did. You can't spare the rod and spoil the child.
Okay, Toto Bachi, your point has been made. Thank you very much. 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Dave.
Dave, go ahead.
And we don't see of our laws, and I take care of big men and armies in the country. I see, I blame you, the journalists and the security all the time, especially GBC Radio. They did the only concern. You see, when Kuma said them to make investigation for the whole Africa, this is the West. The Kuma said GBC Radio, so nothing has to be hiding in this country. But the politicians take our country to be, and you left them. So if you are talking to us, and you left them out, and you give them advantage to be doing what they like with me. Because the laws, you have to punish them with the law.
Okay, Dave, I appreciate you calling. 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Seth. I'm calling from Ajekojo.
Seth, go ahead.
Yeah. Mr. Kwame, you see, when we are talking of the town and country planning, it's a town council. So the council, it is the people, the elders of that, they used to form the council. So they instruct the people to implement their decision they make in the town. But now when you come to assembly, they say zonal council. They divide because of the population. I'm talking about the calculation and then mathematics adjustment. They call it a zonal council, and it's made up of the assemblyman and then the committee members. So you don't know what their policy, and they haven't have instruction to instruct the people to go and enforce some of their bylaw they have in assembly, and these are all creating problem for us. You see, Zoom Lion contract, they say they are terminated. If you remember during that time, they say a huge money will be paying on the central government. Now they want to decentralize it. They decentralize it. I don't know the MC and then the metropolitans, how are they spending those money? If the local government is complaining about this, I have to tell them that in the sanitation we reserve this amount for the people to use to implement by law, and then everything will be okay. That money is spending, but they are not giving any out of it. I'll leave it for others also to continue.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Kwame. How are you?
Good morning, Kwame. How are you doing?
I'm fine. God bless you so much, Kwame.
Go ahead, my brother. Thank you.
I pray for you that the Lord will continue to protect your life.
Amen.
Kwame, this morning I have a very simple advice for NDC people, NDC party. I want to remind NDC that NPP paid a very high price in 2020 election. If they also don't do their homework well, now Ghanaians are far awake. The youth, the Gen Z youth, now they are far awake. So if you want to wait, you will not do the work you need to do today. And you want to wait until last minute so that you come and deceive us with some small project B that last minute 2028, you are inaugurating project. You will be voted out and booted out from office. So if they want to do something, Kwame, every blessed day, look at people are calling you from Adenta, from Weja, from Tema, from Kaswa. So what problems are they solving? Kwame, what problems are the politicians solving? Because everybody is calling every day, complaining one problem or the other. And you yourself as a journalist, your area there, look at the problem that we have there. Look what everywhere you pass in Accra Airport, pass Zogo Junction, Medina, Zogo Junction, Medina Road. Look at the baller they park on the roadside. When you go to Dubai, when you go to Morocco, have you seen any baller on the roadside?
Kwame, it shall be well. 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kwame. How are you?
I'm doing well. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Collins from Amamole in the Ganof Municipal.
Collins, go ahead.
Let me greet your cherished listeners. I'll go to this overcharging of these drivers and their mates. Kwame, it's becoming and becoming. Look, from Pokwase, I'll be saying this and nobody is doing anything about it. And it's becoming and becoming, and I do understand that if petrol and diesel reduce, these people still charge overdue. From Pokwase to Circle, is the normal fare is 7 cedi, sorry. And Pokwase to Circle, 6 cedi, 50 pesos. Pokwase to Achimota, 5 cedi flat. This morning, come and see, 12 cedi, Accra Street, and Pokwase to Achimota, 10 cedi. So, these people can be doing this without no any measure. Kwame, it's terrible. I'm telling you the gospel fact that if petrol and diesel reduce, we those who take passenger transport to our various places too, we don't get any benefit from it. We pay more. How?
How, dear, how? 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Kwame.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Kwame, this is Babs from Abelinkpi.
Babs, go ahead.
Kwame, and who is that big man at Jubilee House who is giving orders? Kwame, the gun said what? Akpanga, Ekpedre. I will demolish your property, even if you take me to lose my job. What did Mama said? I will cancel your alawa, even if you take my presidency. Today, haven't we brought Mama back? So if we should stay like that, not enforcing law, how would our country build? We will stay where we are and even go backwards. Mama said, I'll cancel your alawa, even if you take my presidency. We brought Mama back with massive votes. You see, so if we cancel Zoom Lion and we feel like, no, it's a mistake, let's bring Zoom Lion back. I said it the other time. Accra is very dirty. Who is sweeping Accra?
Perhaps you've asked some. 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Kwame.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Antina.
Antina, go ahead.
It seems you are stretching yourself too much. I want to ask you a question. Please, whatever we are complaining, do the president here? Because I'm doubting it. You see, when Jerry John Rawlings was in power, he goes around to see things, what is happening. And we are talking. Mama is not doing anything. Honestly, NDC is on my heart. I was 19 years when I followed Jerry John Rawlings. So all these things, I'm getting so, and I think that is how some people also feel. We are not doing anything and talking too much. Accra is dirty. Honestly, every day you go to Kumasi, Accra people voted more than Kumasi. With the NDC people, we are fed up. All my big men said they are not campaigning anymore. Please inform the president. I beg you.
Antina, I'll do my best and we'll use this platform. We'll continue to do our best. Hello, good morning.
Antina, my good friend. Don't worry, things will be fine.
Papa, good morning.
Mama, good morning, my brother. How are you, my brother?
I'm doing well, yourself?
Yeah, myself. Well, we can't complain, no. We can't complain, my brother.
It shall be well. Go ahead.
My brother. Yeah. I want the MC of this Lashibi area, from what do you call it?
So that is Tema West.
Tema West, yes. Klagon to Lashibi Road. Yeah. Very terrible. I know there was a contractor there constructing that road. I'm not saying this thing happened on that. His Excellency John Mohammed's government. No. The MPP should have taken care of this thing. But we are now in power. We need to concentrate on that very stretch. My brother, I drove to that, going to Lashimi to Klagon to transfer some business, Charlie. Around 4 o'clock there. It took me over 1 hour. No, I could go through it because of some rough road. I mean, potholes, big Charlie. I was even afraid that maybe this thing, the stump will even be damaged. I'm happy that it didn't happen. So please, the MC, sit to that side. And again, Collins from Amamole made a very fantastic point, saying that, look, the point I made yesterday concerning, look, we have a reduction in price of fuel, right? They're buying for 13 cedis plus. So the private cars, they are enjoying. But majority of Ghanaians who bought, they bought what they call this commercial vehicles day in, day out. And I made a point that you two made that same point yesterday. 20 cedis and all these things. Instead of charging 7 cedis or 8 cedis, see them paying 20 cedis, some 12 cedis and all these things. At the end of the day, how much is the person paid when it comes to month ending? And he has families to take care of. So I'm insisting that I'm appealing to President Mahama, please, this 24-hour economy, kindly import commercial vehicles.
Okay, Papa, I appreciate you calling. 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Kwame.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Seshak.
Seshak, go ahead.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, Kwame. I side with Antina from Dazuman to say that, Kwame, oh boy, now. How a word of motivation, you will live your life.
Yeah, it's Anima Chuni.
My name is a crime scene.
It's Anima Chuni.
It's an old tuning. Oh, you know, Alan Chamati said something that this country is a NATO country. No action, talk only. We only talk, we discuss the issues, we don't solve the problems. You see, this morning, even from where you are coming from, okay, and where Collins also came from, they are one of the problems that Ghanaians are facing more. But you get NDC communicators, those who think that they love the party more than the country, to come and tell you that we have not been in government for long, so we should take our time. You see, and I'm telling the president, if he really wants to leave a good legacy in his second coming, he should not sit in his office and think that everything is rosary. See, Kwame, I'm telling you that now cost of food is very, very expensive. During President Kubadu's time, yes, the inflation was high. There were certain bottlenecks that he suffered under his government. Now, majority of the taxes that were making those eating expensive have been removed, but the things are still expensive. Go to the lower stations. Kwame, it's more or less like all of us, we have to arrive at the last stop. Straight. So if you are picking a car from Atomic Junction to Kwabenya, they will say straight. Even when you are at Achu or you are at Wisconsin Junction, they will say straight.
And you pay more?
You have to pay the same fare as the person who is going to the last stop.
Oh, Charlie. Iwai. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
It's good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Kennedy. I'm speaking from Dwomoh-Kwame Ashama Estate.
Kennedy, go ahead.
Kwame, please, I want to ask, Dwomoh-Kwame, do we have MP? Do we have DC?
We have, pa.
We are having light issues.
Where exactly?
Come to Ashama Estate, Sherikoku. One of the transformers are not working. ECG people will come. They will come and fix the problem. Tomorrow, the problem will come again. I don't know what is wrong. So please, I'm calling on the ECG, at the ECG in the Dwomoh-Kwame district, to come and fix the problem for us. This issue has been so persistent. So I want to appeal to you through your platform, to appeal to the ECG, to come to our aid. It's getting serious.
Okay, thank you. We'll take a few more calls and then we'll wrap up this segment of the show. 0302 208080 or you can send us a message on WhatsApp on 0500,000 202. Hello, good morning.
Kwame, how are you?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Frederick.
Hey, Fred, it's been a while.
Yes, my brother. How for you?
Go be. As for your area there, it is a crime scene.
We don't receive top.
Your area there is a crime scene. You have too many problems in that your Gulf City, Sebrepo, Bediako and those areas.
No, you see, 25 Katamansu. I'll be telling you, nothing is going on. You just, Kwame, go down today and see. Before people bought car from Katamansu, those enclaves, Aviation, Washington, New York, Bechele to go today, up to now, people woke up dawn. 4:30, they are still in queue. There's no car. Because the roads are really bad. Too bad. To the extent that, my brother, nobody is even driving saloon car in that area. To talk about trotro, to talk about 4x4. Everybody park their car because the roads are bad. Kwame, if you have people in that area, just contact them. I'm telling you. Kwame, let me go to my hometown. Where is Abolo and the rest? Komashima Road, the road leads to Stoneboy's hometown. That NDC claimed they have allocated that road under the big push. Go and see where the road is. The lagoon has taken over the road.
Oh.
I'm telling you. I'll send you the video. I said the lagoon has taken over the entire road. They have not done nothing. I will send you the video. I'm not lying. I will send it to you right away if I can get your number.
Send it to our WhatsApp number 0500,000 202.
Kwame, this is the government that the good people of Ghana voted for. They are only focusing on the roads that Akufo-Addo started already. But yet they are deceiving Ghanaians. Nothing is going on, Kwame. They should try and fix the Komashima Road. Where is Stoneboy? He should tell the government to do the needful. It's a disgrace to a musician of that caliber that his hometown road has been taken over by the lagoon.
Okay. Fred, easy. Don't let your BP go up this morning. Easy. Maybe, Charles, how many calls can I take? 3 more. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Kwame.
Good morning, my brother. Your name and where you're calling from?
Please, my name is Eddie. I'm right here in Community 19, please.
Eddie, go ahead.
Please, Mr. Kwame, it's not easy. It has been terrible. May, June, it has not been easy because due to those heavy rains. So I'm begging honorables, please, to come and visit and see the road in Community 19 here right now. People cars are breaking down day in, day out. Please, I beg these honorables to come and visit and see the roads. The roads are terrible. Please, if they can do some kind of small gravel and then gravel the place more for us to go for the temporary road. So it's not easy. So honorable, please come to us, please, and come to 19 here. Thank you very much.
So the drip machines, where are they? Eh? Hello, good morning.
Kwame, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, man, son. Yourself?
Grace found you.
Great. Go ahead.
Kwame, talking about education and leadership, I don't know. I don't think there is a correlation between those two things in Africa. Why am I saying this? When King Charles was installed, then Prince Charles, he was made a king, it was there that I knew the Ghanaians who went to school with the guy. People in this country went to school with Clinton. Name all the big guys. Clinton and those Europeans or Westerners who went back to develop their country. Our guys got the same level of education. They came here to destroy our country. Politics in Africa is to be a criminal and be stealing every day because the law will not catch you. We have a big push. Fine, my road, that here in Yamataiko, white signboard to that Ariba pole or MTN pole here, a 4-kilometer road, need a little push. We don't need a big push. The contractor ran away. The road is so messy in the sense that the community has to be putting latrite on the road. Come and see the bridges. You have to carry your children at your back and your wife to cross. What kind of country are we in? How much will it take for Africans to develop? There is something wrong with Africans. When I say it, people say, why do you say that? Look at the way we behave. Amewu in 8 years, he was in the mud here with us, constructed some fake road from Apollonia Junction to his residence. And he ran away after he got money. He left us in the mud here. Kwame, let's do this campaign. Let's do election in June, not in December. Good morning.
That would not be a bad idea at all. Oh. That would not be elections in June, so that we will really get them to work. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kwame. Salaam alaikum.
Walaikum salam, Mula Omar.
Kwame.
Yes, sir.
And that from Kura.
No.
Master, there's nowhere even a pedestrian can walk through. Everything is in disorder. Our roads and everything is not good. It's not in good shape. Kwame. Secondly, we are 84 over 6 months. Water is not running through our tap. Why one of your colleagues live close to there? He still live in a third municipality, which is Chas. He knows it. Why is he not talking about it? Kwame, to me, I really don't understand what is going on in this country. Why should MC and MP take salary? Why is their community they are living? We don't see anything good thing to smile about it, brother. Yeah.
Hey, before you say something out of anger. Hello, good morning.
Kwame, good morning.
Paul, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Charlie, I used your road on Monday. Me, I'm tired.
You see my junction there, the Dataco estate junction there.
I'm tired.
Kwame, DHM came to that whole place, and now there's a very deep pool.
Say that again. I spent 4 hours on your stretch. Why?
You know, the people. One thing that I want to say is that those who had free university education, I'll always continue to say this. They are the people who have failed us completely. Those people that you were referring to. Most of them were home for leavers, and yet look at how they delivered. I mean, we are in a serious problem. Good morning.
Morning. One caller. Okay, one more call, and then we wrap up. Hello, good morning.
Kwame, here is David. Kwame, you have to hold people accountability. If some people can't, they are criticize NDC. MPP, Fred is criticize NDC. MPP, they are what road did they put down for us before they left power? If Fred came and come and talk, if the MPP is the party that is destroying Ghana, you are allowed to know. Because if they came, the money where they record for us, they record the money higher, but they are not working happy in the morning. You see MPP in mind. So if the NDC to come, we don't hold anybody accountability. Then you say he's fixing it. He's fixing it. Fixing what? When the people stop all the money, can you believe? You know hold the people property.
Oh, they won't kill me. Anyway, let me take some of your messages that have come in. Let me hear from you, especially with respect to the issues in your community. Let me really, hear from you, because it looks like, I don't know, everybody's complaining. Everybody's complaining. This one, there was a direct one on you. Mula Omar said you live there with them 6 months, no water. You are not saying anything about it.
Oh, that's unfair.
Mula, you said
you are not, so I'm always you amplifying our plight. I'm always
seen water.
I'm always amplifying our plight on this platform. Mula Omar, good morning.
6 months been losing.
Kwame,
for years I never saw water. Water in my town.
Kwame, but it's sad.
We bought water, sir.
Charlie, see. The truth is that
today we are buying water.
The truth is that
we are buying water in the polytank.
The truth is that, Kwame, sometimes I feel like Honorable is overwhelmed. Constituency is so. It is big. Oh, yes, it's big. The constituency is too big. See, yesterday, the one was so drenched in the rains there. So I got to Ashaiman and I was trying to get a car home. And then it started raining, Kwame. And I thought that Charlie meant my pick Okada fast to get home, Charlie. And the roads. Honorable says that they've re-awarded a number of them to a different Yes. Oh, he called me.
So the ones that have been awarded,
the contractor didn't mobilize to site, so they've taken it from him. He says, "What is it, Blackport?" You remember he mentioned a setting in Blackport or something. So they've re-awarded the contract to someone else. And so for those who are living around the high tension area to the Saki areas, confirmation has come that they've seen the contractor's site, and so they are optimistic that the project will be actually done. And he tells me that a lot of the inner roads, so for instance, the Gulf City, the previous taxi rank to the bridge area, he says all of those roads will be worked on. Then I asked him, so Honorable, when are we expecting the work to start. And he says, so I was thinking that maybe the next month or two. And he says, oh no, in the next few weeks, people should see some works, being carried out within their constituency. So at least it should give you some respite to know that your MP is Kwame.
What about the MC?
Kwame, the least said the better. I think
he has disappeared.
In fact, if you should ask me, I don't know the MC. I don't. I don't know the MC. Kwame, these local authorities. But you see, it's a serious situation. What Mula Oma is talking about is a serious situation. A lot of communities within the Katamanso area do not have water flowing through their pipes.
Why?
It's been years, so many years with several applications to Ghana Water and what have you. What does
Ghana Water tell them? The residents of the area.
Kwame,
why can't they have water?
It is just like you have an issue with maybe an electricity challenge, and then you apply to ECG, and it takes forever for them to come. But for me, in my case, there was a situation a problem I had with my meter. And one of the days when I was doing a piece of my mind, I had to go all out on ECG at Community 22 area before I had a call from them. So the ordinary Ghanaian doesn't have access to this platform all the time unless we open the phone lines for them to call. But even if they call,
so what do they do at their office?
Kwame, it is sad.
You have to shout and scream before
the pipes have all been laid and what have you. So it is sad to see that, and some homes used to have water flowing. All of a sudden, it stopped coming. And a lot of them are still receiving bills from Ghana Water.
Means yeah.
A lot of them are still receiving bills from Ghana Water.
There's no water.
Yes.
And you brought a bill for me to do what?
And you see, if you don't go there to rectify the issue, and someday the tap start to flow, they would overbill you. Because they will tell you that you were owing from this day right up to now. You didn't pay anything. The system is not working. We seem not to be on top of
flowing. And you brought me a bill.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
No, it happens. Oh, within Bonkatamanso, a lot of them. Plenty. A lot of communities. They are experiencing it.
So how are they calculating the bill?
Kwame,
the water is not flowing. How are they calculating the bill?
So I should tell you that the system there is flawed. At the Ghana Water end. It's flawed.
Someone just sits in the office and
someone just sits and then exactly. That's what they should tell you. You get it. So Adamuta Wakilu needs to do a lot. Of course, he's doing a lot. We call him the Great One. The Great One, good morning to you. He's doing a lot.
He's the CEO there.
Yes, that's the Ghana Water boss. Yes, Adamuta Wakilu. He's doing a lot, but it's not easy. Kwame.
The former MP for Damongo.
Damongo, yes. The situation has persisted for years, and so it would take a ruthless, leader, or a leader who is ready to change, to effect change, to do some of these things. And it is a reality that a lot of communities within the Bonkatamanso area are not having water flowing through their taps. You open the taps and then...
It doesn't look like your area, anything happens there.
Kwame, but fortunately for me...
You have problems, you have water problems, you have power problems, you have sun problems.
Oh, Kwame!
Look at your area, you're on your own. You are not part of it.
No, you see, the constituency is too big. It's too big. It stretches from main Kung area right down to the
Bechele
and all of those areas. Crosses all the way to the OEB side, and then crosses from that side Santo. And Kwame, this constituency is too big. Joti is overwhelmed. You can see that he's actually he means well for the constituency. Yesterday when the Okada guy was taking me or riding me through the roads, I was like, oh Charlie, it's a serious situation.
So that's why the Constitutional Review Committee to say we shouldn't add any new.
That's going to be a difficulty. But Kwame, so can't laws be changed?
Some areas in Accra that they have members of parliament, Grammy, I don't understand. Some of the constituencies are too small.
They can merge some of them.
And then rather divide
like which constituencies? Yeah, I mean
they can add, this is my opinion. They can add Kole Klote to Ladade Gotopon.
Yeah.
Maybe they are looking at the numbers.
Yeah.
But from Labadi to Adabraka, they can put it together.
I know,
not
right?
Too far.
I know, right?
It is not too far.
Kwame, so Pondie,
like Lejokuku and Krowo, Teshi and Ngwa.
Yeah, Teshi and Ngwa. Yes, exactly. I agree.
Lejokuku and Krowo. If you put Lejokuku and Krowo together, Bonkatamanso is still bigger than that.
Yeah. No, it's big. Bonkatamanso is big.
If you put Lejokuku and Krowo together,
yeah,
Bonkatamanso is far bigger than that.
That's true.
Far bigger.
That's true. Bonkatamanso is big.
And
it's
the
big.
numbers are getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
The number of people who have moved to Bonkatamanso area in the last 20 years. I mean, you and I are Tema boys. When we lived in Tema, a greater chunk of Bonkatamanso was bush.
It was bushy.
Nobody lived there. Today, they have sold all the land. As far as Apollonia.
You don't get land there to buy you.
When I lived in Tema as a child, you said you were from Apollonia, it was a village.
Village.
If you mentioned Afienya,
yeah,
it was only when Kotoko were going to play a match.
Exactly.
Half of Bichile was like a village.
No, those places were all bush.
Today they sold all the land there. So a lot of people have moved there.
Yeah. And you know, Tema main township itself is full. You don't get land there to buy.
Where?
Exactly. So a lot of them have moved from Tema main to these areas.
Those areas.
That is the reason why. That's the reason why we're having the traffic on the stretch. You recall years ago, if you're using that stretch.
Oh, when you hit that route,
I remember
to Dowinya.
In fact, there was no traffic on that road. There was no traffic. I remember those days when we were in senior high. I used to have some friends from La Paz who come all the way from La Paz to Tema. And when they are coming back or when they are going back to their homes, they stay in traffic for long hours. We talk on phone and I'm like, Charlie, me quite need demo. So I didn't know what traffic really was until I came to Accra. Yeah, but now, get to Tema and see. Now Tema is like Accra. The traffic situation is hell.
Those who live at places like Def Traco. And your office is at Accra Central. I don't know how do you do
that Dowinya stretch there.
How do you do it?
That Dowinya stretch.
When do they leave home? When do they get home? Monday to Friday. How do you do it?
Those places. So what's the name? Esther is from that side. Esther, our very own Natal.
Then she wake up at 2 o'clock.
Esther leaves home at dawn. So because of that, she's relocated, not fully, but somewhere in the Legon area, so that she can come to work. Because even if she leaves, sometimes she calls me at 3 a.m. Mr. Kofi, are you awake?
And still she'll be here late.
Mr. Kofi, are you awake? I'm like, yes, I'm awake. I'm going to take my bath and cab. And Kwame, you leave home around 4:30.
Still.
And now look at the situation on the motorway. See, if you're able to make it through from the Dowinya side to the TT Brothers side or the roundabout. That's first half. Now you're coming to face the second on the But you see, we're talking about these things and laughing over them, but they are serious situations. They are serious issues that
I don't get a feeling that people are bothered.
We can't.
When I say people as the authorities, I don't, because for example, just suppose the situation at Malam Junction to the situation around the TT Brothers, and it is the same problem. A distance of less than 2 minutes drive, the rains have caused a massive, I don't know whether to call it a pothole or a crater. So when you get there, you have to slow down.
I tell you, Kwame.
That thing is causing a gridlock.
Kwame,
I experienced it on Monday. The same as the one at Malam Junction. The people who live there, the MC, the MPs, all of those people, they have not seen it.
Oh, they have.
This one too, should we give lectures?
Kwame, they have.
This one, should we give lectures?
Kwame, they have. And Antina says, Antina was asking if you are not tired talking. Antina, we are tired though, but we can't. We're meant for this. We'll just talk and hopefully they listen. But Antina says, you should corner President Mahama, Kwame. He's your church member. Corner him somewhere.
We're in different branches.
And see him, hold his hand and say, Charlie, no more over and bar.
When we go for men's ministry national meeting, then I'll corner him. Or if a program takes me to his church, then I'll corner him, because the way things are going.
Charlie, it's bad though, Kwame. But until that you can understand, ours is to just talk. We'll talk. You see, if we don't talk, it will even get worse than it is now. So by virtue of the fact that we've been talking, that's why you are seeing it in this
Look at the nonsense that is happening at Seko. People are
pounding fufu.
Pounding fufu. I think that they are pounding fufu at the Dubai. They are pounding fufu.
So much indiscipline there. So much indiscipline in the system. So much indiscipline. And government is seeing all of these things, and yet they drive through town.
It's like nobody is bothered.
No, Kwame, sometimes I ask myself, is it the case that once you enter that office, I'm talking about Jubilee House, you don't see things like you used to see before when you were in opposition or when you were not in government? You don't see things like that.
When they get there, they only think of their stomach. It looks like when they get there, they forget about
that. Is it true?
Me, that's the only reason I can give you. When you get there, it looks like you forget us.
Or is it true that, of course, sometime in the past, I used to hear stories that presidents on TV, President TV and Akuma Betu, Nyamo Behuno. Is it true that presidents do not watch television?
No, I would.
Because there's someone from within who told me that, Akokrano.
There's a TV.
It will surprise you, so we take Class FM, which I understand that a letter to the president. It's gotten to the presidency. It's got some attention there. They listen to it every now and then. But beyond listening to it, what happens? We are calling for change, societal change, and we are not seeing these changes. Of course, but for the fact that this is what we do for a living, you'll be discouraged.
There was a sad situation I saw on your stretch on Monday when I used it.
Which one? The motorway?
No. Part 2.
Oh,
those of you from the roundabout to the area to your stretch.
For the records, Kwame.
Those of you are part 2.
Kwame, for the records. You can't talk down my community like that. This is Gulf City.
There are buildings here, like Bonica Tumens. You say you want to go and live in part 2. This is the problem you face every day. It was, the rains were like kind of like coming. And then there's a taxi rank after the TT Brothers stretch. There's a taxi ride. So if you are going to, let's say, Dowenya, it's on your left. On your left. If you are coming from Dowenya, it's on your right. Yeah. And it was about raining. Where the taxi rank is, the whole place was soaked with water. The taxi drivers did not know what to do.
Isn't it the stretch that connects to Saki?
Yes. The taxi drivers there did not know what to do. Now there are passengers who are standing in the rain. The whole place is waterlogged. The whole place is choked. And they are standing in there. The rains are coming. They have nowhere to go. I was sad for them.
Yeah. The drivers don't know what to do.
The drivers don't know what to do. The passengers don't know what to do. Then I overheard one of the drivers. There's a queue there. There were 2 taxis there.
Yeah.
The driver said,
Yeah. Oh, very bad. Very terrible.
So the passengers were just there at the mercy of the weather.
When we
was sad.
When we talk about roads, Kunkatamaso is west. It's very bad. Every road within Kunkatamaso is very bad. It's very bad. So even though the Constitution Review Commission has made its recommendations, I think we'll have to have a real look at some of these things.
And divide some.
Yeah. Kunkatamaso is one typical constituency which should be divided.
Koliklote and Ladade Kotupon
together.
Yeah. Put Teshi and Nungwa together.
In fact, I think that Tema Teshi Nungwa cannot be one. Because Tema is not big. Tema main is not big. Someone says so
we used to have Tema East and West.
Yeah.
Now I don't know whose idea is what. Look at the numbers at Central. Coins 15,000.
We can merge them. We can
add one to half.
Yeah.
Then East and West. We don't need to have 3 constituencies in Tema. Because even with the 3, nothing. Yeah. Now they even have a mayor.
Yeah.
They have a TDC boss. Still, nothing they happen.
Tema there is deteriorated. The Tema we used to know when we were growing up. Kwame Tema was a fine.
Ashaman to another.
Oh, Ashaman, yes, sir. But now Ashaman is seeing
Ashaman, do you know their problem?
Tell me.
They decided to brothelize. You live in Ashama. You have named your areas New York, Washington, Lebanon, Jerusalem. How would somebody think you have a problem?
But don't say.
How would somebody know you have a problem? You have decided to name your communities New York and Washington.
I'm sure they have Philadelphia.
Have you seen New York without water? New York with bad roads.
Oh my God!
You live at New York, so you are fine.
Ashama, Washington. Taxi, Washington. I'm like,
so if there's a someone from the diaspora, Washington?
Yeah.
New York?
You have Washington, yeah.
So you are fine. Only to get there.
See, Ashaman is a town where you get everything. Everything some. Like we say, everything someday there. So you think about the towns or the names of towns or provinces in the western countries.
To attack the gas side.
Oh, those places.
The road is basa.
Those places. I think that Nogbe was doing something. He started with.
He's overwhelmed there.
I should think so. He started with, fixing a number of roads. So if you look at, say, the traffic intersection, the main traffic intersection.
Where the market is.
Yes. Towards, the, what do you call it? The roundabout, Ashaman roundabout area, towards the station area. They did some works on it. And a number of inner roads. But it still remains the case that a lot of these inner roads are very bad. A lot of them. And
very, very bad.
And not bad. Even though MPs will tell you that they have no business with construction of roads, you are a lobbyist. It's part of your mandate. You can lobby. Once you have started it, you need to end it. A lot of them. I follow Nogbe a lot.
You have an MC there.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Where is he?
Definitely.
Where is he?
He's there. Ashma. He's there. That's his office. When you get to the Kaketu area behind it, that's where the office is. He's there.
Go and wake him up.
So there's a lot. You see, Ashama used to have a certain image in the past, but now that image is no more.
Yeah,
and they are trying. Yes, they are trying.
Area.
Because you get to Ashama now, you see a lot of communities that are very clean. I should tell you, but those communities, unfortunately, they say extra temase. Look at geographically where Afariwa is down to the New Town area. What's that? That is Ashaiman.
That's where MFs is.
So MF is, you go towards what do we call it? The Afinia stretch, the Afinia side, the Hallelujah area. So the right side of it, MF estate is around that side.
Of the communities, Hallelujah. You are fine. That's why you call the place Hallelujah.
We even have a potro. So Hallelujah, that company we have a potro. But so you see, the image that used to be for Ashaiman now is being erased, and gradually, yes, that people still have that mentality. Hey, Ashaiman there, but it's not really like that any longer. And so I think that
bad boys hood.
You know, it's not really like that any longer. Even though there are pockets of some activities here and there that, you know, you would still see and want to describe Ashaiman as the Ashaiman of the past, but it's not really rampant, so to speak, or widespread as it used to be in the past. So, for the fact that Ashaiman has kept faith with the NDC for as long as possible, there are certain seats, you go there and people will tell you that
they only voted for MPP once.
Just once. It was just once, and I think that was
and then Agbeshi,
that was prior to Agbeshi's coming.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
It was empty for many years.
Since Agbeshi, Nogbe, and it's been NDC. NDC should take that opportunity and develop Ashaiman. Ashaiman is big, oh. Kwame, I'm telling you, you can lift Tema and fix Tema into Ashaiman. Tema is small. Tema just say but Ashaiman is big. As in Suba, Jericho, and it's big.
You have Jericho too there.
Oh, you don't. Kwame.
No wonder.
No, we have Jericho.
No wonder
there.
nobody's.
The Holy Lands are there. Jericho is there. Jerusalem is there. I'm
no
sure,
wonder nobody's minding you.
I'm sure very soon we'll have Israel.
Nobody will mind you. You have Jericho, Lebanon, New York, Washington, and then nobody will mind you.
The Americans, they should say somewhere. We started it before they got the way.
Continue to suffer.
I'm serious. Not bad should be up and doing. And I still come back to the Tulaku area. Yesterday when I was in a car, he's even a journalist. He told me later on that he lives around the Michelle Camp area. He works with one of the media houses, one of the blog sites. So, and he was telling me that look at the Tulaku area, the cattle, in fact the livestock, the animals they've brought to the roadside. Even though to the right side, if you are coming from Michelle Camp to the right side, they've cleared them. After I had to call out his name several times. They've cleared them to the Tulaku side. They need to push them into the ranch properly. They are still by the roadsides. And Kwame, if you get the air time, it is nasty. It's a nasty thing. It smells. To think that this is a road that connects to a major, tourism destination. We're talking about the Akosombo areas and all of those places. If you are coming from Accra and you are going to Akosombo, that's what you use. Or maybe use the Medina Somina stretch, connect to Bon and then those places. That one too is no good. That one too is not good. And these tourists come into the country and then they go through these places before they get to Akosombo and they see all of those nasty scenes. Kwame, what does it speak of us as a people? Tulaku is there. Yes, Tulaku has been there for years. But now they've come to the roadside. To do what? After the people demolished the buildings, they thought that, or they found it a safe haven to come there and ply their trade. No, Kwame, it's nasty.
You want to sell our goods.
And the police station is located there. Kwame, you're laughing.
Oh, it's not the one by the roadside.
Yes. The police station is next after Tulaku if you are going towards Michelle Camp or Afariwa. So they can't do anything about these people.
They're not bothered. They're not bothered.
No, Kwame, it's a nasty scene. The place smells. If you get it, it smells.
So which part of Accra does not appear to have a problem?
In fact, the whole country is a problem. It's a problem. It's a problem.
Every community has their own problems.
No, you see, Kwame, we laugh over these issues, but they are serious. I said, you see, we've been serious over the period. So now let's laugh it up and still talk about them.
Because, like Antina said, yes. So sometimes the pain with which you would say it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you.
Today is Friday.
Today is Friday. I'll kill myself.
Ease up.
Let's
feel free. Let's
so
calm
today is
down.
Friday. We'll take it easy because some of the things you see when you see them, when you are familiar with them, it's relatively easier to tell the stories properly. Like, and that's why I love Paul. We've never met, but I like the way he's passionate about things. And Paul he's made it very clear that he's an NDC sympathizer. But for him, wrong is wrong.
He's blunt.
He will speak his mind. Paul has been complaining about this Dowenya road.
No. And you know the big people who live there? The big people here they have houses there. But that stretch connects to Pram and Ada. They've bought lands from all those sides towards the Ada area. But
bothered.
they don't care about the situation there because
have
they are
you
using
forgotten
V8 and you are using Kia Morning Pecan.
I'm telling you, I even forgot to talk about Saglemi.
Yeah.
Because on Monday I went that
You
far.
went there? Oh, but Kwame, you should have called me.
I went all the
You
way.
can't come to my area and not seek my permission. You need to get my blessing before you access.
I went all the way to Sege.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just on an expedition to go see what's happening there.
I went to look for chop money. So I went to look for chop money. I went all the way to Sege. And you know, when you have gone through all the wahala and you get to Miuchu, then the road is now free.
Yeah.
But even there's another problem. This road, it goes all the way to Aplau, to Togo, and all of those things. It was constructed, I'm told, in Don Diego de Azambuja's days. Till today, that road is still I face you, you face me.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. Single in,
and
single
there
out.
are little potholes which are developing, and won't face them. Wait,
and the fact that it doesn't have street lights. The fact that it doesn't have street lights.
For a stretch, maybe I can't remember the name of that junction. All the way to as far as Sege. Total darkness.
Yeah, no, a lot of these
total darkness.
Yes, it doesn't have.
When you go past Sege, before you get to Adantu, total darkness. Then after Adantu, the pockets are all the way to Sugakope, total darkness.
I wonder what the MPs are doing. Christian Otute, that's the Sege MP, and then Comfordo Uganda.
The Sege is his name is Bessie.
Oh, it's no longer Christian Otute.
No, Motuno.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, I think his name is because I saw his photos there, Bessie or something like that.
And you see,
and then the Adan is the lady Kuju.
Yeah, Comfordo.
They say do Vamus.
Hey, are you sure?
I met people on
the
they she's been there for 16 years or so.
They
say they are tired. She's not doing anything.
Are they sure? They
say she comes for the Asafotu Fiami.
Yeah.
And she come and talk big.
I remember Nene Ada. Nene Ada. I recall I attended one of the Asafotu Fiami festivals, and she was called to deliver a speech. Kwame, campaign pa. Nene Ada. Nake angenono la angehiyo wapeke hame. Nene Ada, she mentioned Nene Ada like.
And who is that Nene Ada?
That's the chief.
Oh, okay.
Nene. So the chief of Ada.
Yeah.
Nene Ada, and people were like, so at a point in time, Titus Global also wanted to deliver a speech. And Titus Global was like, what is she doing? Her time is up. She's still talking. Nene Ada. See, that woman, she's strong there.
But she's been MP for 16 years.
That woman is strong there. And I'm telling you, all of those comments you hear.
You need a grader to go and remove
I'm telling you, Kwame, it will be difficult.
You don't need a grader.
It will be difficult. But of a truth, she does a number of things for the people too. Of course, there are those who will not like her.
Of course.
You get it. And there are those too who have benefited a lot from her works there. She supports a lot of these young folks in terms of starting up their own businesses and what have you.
Oh, I see.
Tailoring, she buys machine like on a large scale. Set up businesses for them, provide polytanks for communities that do not have access to pipe-borne water, and with the promise that I'll come back and fix it. So when she was doing that thing, when she mounted the platform, I was talking about all of that, the things that she's done. She was just using the opportunity or the occasion to talk about the fact that it's been so many years, these communities were not having these things. But since I came, they've been saying that NDC cannot do it. But Nene Ada, I've done it. Nene Ada, I've done this. Nene Ada too is big.
Yeah.
Yes, Ada is big. And so she's gradually doing it. The
Ada is a whole constituency.
Yeah.
Same as Sege.
Yeah.
Sege is also a whole constituency.
And when we talk about Sege, let me say good morning to our very own Richard Kumadu.
He's from there.
That's where he is. He's no longer in Accra.
So that's where he lives?
Yeah, that's where he lives now. So whenever we talk to him, he's there.
What is he doing there?
He says he's on a rescue mission. And I support him 100%.
He wants to be MP.
Richard Kumadu. Kwame.
He wants to be MP
there. Let them know. Okay. We are coming like Akai.
I wish him well.
No, we need people like him. We need people like him. Richie Kumado, we understand. We know what is done in terms of security and what have you. And that area has become one of the places where crime is rampant. Every now and then you hear stories about someone being attacked, and all of those stories.
The
so you need someone.
Zero street lights. The places when you move from the main junction.
Yeah.
The place is a bit scattered.
Yeah.
So you can easily be attacked and all of that. Between Sege and Adantu, it's fairly open like that, and then you come to the Saglemi side too. That one too, very quiet.
I mean, those places. Have you seen the lands available, arable lands, and the land spaces within that, those areas?
Flat land too.
I mean,
you can see very far.
Just imagine if we develop these places. Hey, I think there was a minister who says that they had a plan for those places with high-rise buildings and all of that. I recall I was in Parliament. Was it?
The Dawa Industrial Enclave is there.
Yes.
Yes.
Was it attached here? I stand to be corrected, but there was somebody in Parliament.
That's why I sometimes I go like, the people who are leading us, when they travel, they don't see.
So let me
say this because of the Adan area you mentioned, that flat plain like that. Before you get to Segui and you continue to Adan. When I went to Morocco early this year, so 2 major cities, Casablanca and Rabat. So Rabat is like the administrative capital of Morocco. That's where the offices, the embassies, and all of that are there. And Casablanca is like their Lagos. That is where the buga everything, some is there. But in between that, they have built a city from the ground. Wow. It's called Buznika. Very beautiful. And it's like a flat line like that. You can see, like when you drive, you can see the entire city. Well carved out, well designed. In Morocco, you can't buy a land and build this building over. You can't pay.
There's a standard.
There are flats all over, very beautiful, very plush. So some are like holiday homes, and it's close to the sea. You know, you can go through and then get to the sea.
Yeah, certainly.
So if you live at Buznika, very plush buildings, plush apartments. It's like so well planned, and that's what I see can be done, after Miochu, where Central University is all the way to Segui. Start something on those lands. The lands are there, arable lands.
Have a plan.
You know what they have done there? Petrol stations, like 2,000 on that stretch.
A lot of
After
them.
every 2 minutes, there's a petrol station.
A lot of them.
Why are we buying fuel there?
A lot of them, and then very soon it will spring up into a community because, of course, private individuals have bought lands there. So gradually, because of the fact that the Dowenya 25 areas are all full, people are
keep going
towards
now
that
from
area. And
people are going to Chopoli.
Yes,
Dawa,
Chopoli and all
of
exactly.
Saglemi and all of those communities.
So before you see, it's just like Spintex. Many years ago, it was a bushy area. Now look at Spintex, and then there are filling stations here and there. And so you find someone put up a building close to a filling station, and then the next thing the person is coming to talk about the fact that here we have a filling station. Well, it's within our communities. We seem not to have a plan where we will cite, say, a filling station or a pump station.
Filling stations are on the stretch, be like that.
So if we are saying that we want some of these facilities, i.e. the filling stations and all of those industrial, because it's an industrial area. Maybe you want to develop it into an industrial purpose. We can understand. But government should have a plan, a special plan for such areas. Because the lands, they are such a beautiful city. That's why they want to build the airport.
But those lands themselves, don't they fall under municipalities
Definitely.
and districts?
Definitely.
What is the master plan for that particular district, so that we know that this side of the district,
because they have the
schools,
planning department.
This is for hospital. This is for this is for this.
Yeah.
Because we have done it in Sakumono.
Yeah.
I saw Sakumono from virtually ground zero. When I lived in Tema, it was called Sakumo.
Yeah.
It was a village.
Because it was a Ramsar area.
It was a Ramsar area. Then they built the MP's flats.
Yeah.
Then they built all the other flats. Then they started building all the houses. Sakumono is one of the most well-planned places in Accra. So we can actually do it.
But it's deteriorating, you know that.
Oh, now they have done it.
Yeah.
Now
there was a plan.
When you go beyond the areas that were the proper Sakumono, when you go behind, now it's Buga.
Yeah.
They built Basa.
Everyone, they are just doing things anyhow. So you see, the assemblies are sleeping. You've raised a very important point. The assemblies are sleeping. The planning department. Months ago, we had Ignatius here from Shai Osudoku. That's his field. And yesterday, I was on phone with him. I was having a conversation with him, and the kind of plan he wants for his constituency, his district, it's wow, Kwame. And the kind of buildings he wants people to put up. He's giving you standards, to meet. If you don't meet certain standards, because, of course, when you talk about Shai Osudoku, a lot of people, someone who is in Fancheneko and all of those places, they will be like, hey, then Shai Osudoku. It's a district.
That's Mike Gizzo's place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Mike Gizzo, NDC, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's Mike Gizzo's place. And he's challenging the status quo. He's injecting a certain new wave of doing things into as far as your work as an MC or a DC is concerned. And he's one of the people that I think that government should really take a look at. You have a planning department, yet the planning department does not have a plan in terms of which areas or the lands that we have within the area or the municipality, what kind of development can be done here, what kind of development can be done here, so that people come into the constituency or the district or the municipality, and then they know that they see this place and then they know that it is really planned on paper to when it's implemented. So you have an MC or a DC who is just seated at the office already. This is a party foot soldier who thought that he had done something for the party, and by virtue of that, he's been rewarded with that portfolio or with that 4 years
to milk us.
And he knows next to nothing about the office is occupying. You speak to them, you grant them interviews, and you want them to speak to real issues. Even you as a journalist, you understand the issues on grounds, even though you are not there, and you would expect him to give a certain answer. Sometimes you even literally you tell them what to say to you, but still a lot of them are draining muscle. They don't tell you those things, and you find them occupying these positions. Kwame, when there is a planning department within the assemblies, they are to ensure that the town is planned properly.
Ideally.
So, but go there and see. A lot of them are sleeping. You go there, then you find a lot of people are there. You know what the assemblies have actually, gotten themselves to be
the
doing.
Assemblies are an extension of the party office.
What they are doing, yes. So you find party folks. You find
power.
Party folks come there to tell you that me yejuma my party no. Me dying wahanomo and will be able block say. And so what they are doing is to just demolish buildings. That is what the assemblies have been reduced to in the country. But you talk to the likes of Alhaji Faila of Medina Lankwanta 9, and the kind of things that they are doing there, Kwame. There are some, yes, we can speak of some MCs and DCs who are doing a lot. The government should really take or give them the attention to ensure that they succeed. Because if you succeed at the local level or at the basic level, chances are that your MP would succeed. But if you, as an MP, your MC or your DC is sleeping on the job, onim nejuma, it will come back to you. There will be a lot that will be dependent or that will be demanding from you as an MP. But if you see local governance, or if you see the work of the assemblies and the work of as a member of parliament as one that need to work together, Kwame, you will see development from the grassroots or from the local level climb up like that. It will be that easy. You get it? But unfortunately, we've reduced our assemblies into one where party foot soldiers go and then, get their issues solved for them. It's like, our party has come, we fought for them, so now it is my time, so do this for me, do that for me. And some of the times you go to some of these assemblies, and even though there are real issues for them to address, sometimes some of these MCs, some of these DCs, because of the fact that the request is coming from this guy who was in opposition, it won't happen. So we would make the district, the municipality suffer because of our political differences, and it's a sad one, Kwame. The mutual areas and all of the lands there, government should really take a look at this thing and see how best they can get the various assemblies to ensure that things are done and done properly there. I was having a conversation with Sam George.
We can't farm there. If you're not going to build there, we can't farm there.
I was having a conversation with Sam George. I went there with him some time back. And while we were in the car coming, we were talking about the kind of development. And Sam George already. He always has the ideas. If you build this kind of fine building here, these sky-rise buildings or high-rise buildings, and a lot of them are situated here. Look at this cantonment and all of those places close to the airport. The other time you raise this issue, when the aeroplanes are taking off, when the aeroplanes are taking off, safety concerns. Where?
They're adding a second one.
Really?
The high-rise here.
The one towards the junction, the main junction.
They're adding another one. In Laboni.
We can have.
They're building this high-rise in Laboni. So you see this one. Somebody give them the permission to build this kind of building here.
Certainly.
Because the MC for this area cannot tell me that those who are building these properties is not aware.
Oh, he is.
And that they didn't get approval.
Kwame. No, we are trouble.
What that's
Now you don't know that. Don't you know that the MC also has a certain percentage?
That one I don't know.
Oh,
I can't speak
MCs, they have a certain percentage. Allow. Kwame. Mama's chop. You don't know, Kwame.
Let me read some messages. Let me read some messages. This one is coming from. You said your name is Fred. Okay. Okay, so this is the area you spoke about earlier on. You say it's Anlogan Alakple Road.
Anloga Alakple.
You say Stoneboy. Yeah, you said that one. I remember. You said Stoneboy is from that area. Then you said all these areas and Katamansu, Washington, New York, Atadeka Aviation, Zim. And you say,
so it means Samson Asaki. I won't go bit. His area. I went to Samson Asaki's place. I mean, the road is bad.
Oh, I know his place.
And he tells me that the people, so I am the only politician within the area. So the people are all looking up to me to fix the roads.
How? Where is he going to get that money to fix it?
Kwame,
that road, where is he going to get that money to fix it?
It's bad. It's bad.
I know that place.
Yeah.
Then you go further, there's a mosque.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I know that place, but I don't know how he says he's been living there since.
Oh,
Good
I
morning.
see.
I think the radio station should intensify the pressure on the assemblymen and women, MC, and all that matters by questioning them during segments like this. An MC can be in your area and you don't even know him, and you wonder whether they are doing their work or not. Morris inside Teshi, you send this one. Okay, Kwame, you say you are asking when we leave our homes to Accra. By 5:30, I hit the road. Prosper, you say 5:30. I'm told you are late too. If you are leaving that straight at 5:30, then you are late too. Good morning, Kwame. This country will never develop if we don't enforce the law. The will to do the right thing would have to come first from our leaders. Babs, you send this one. Good morning, Kwame. Those so-called party sympathizers, how many are they, and how many of their votes even count than we the floating voters? Auntie Abba says, hello, Kwame. Are we still talking about building in waterways, throwing waste matter into drains, street lights not working, garbage all over the place? Our politicians travel to foreign countries, and with all the beautiful things there, we enjoy. But what do we see in our country? Kwame, don't split your spleen over Ghana's hygienic health. In my area, just behind my house, someone from the legal fraternity has blocked the waterway, and it's causing a lot of havoc when it rains. All the land behind the wall and in front to my gate have been eroded. But for the coconut trees surrounding my house, my walls would have crashed. Kwame, just forget it. We shall do our best to keep our homes clean, to stay sane. Auntie Abba, you send this one. It's sad. Good morning, Kwame. I'm sure you know the law of progression. In this country, especially Ashaman here, I'm not sure the MP knows that. I came here around 2021, and in 2026, the roads now are worsened compared to when I came. How do some of our leaders want to build this country? And no one seems bothered. Which country cries this? Charlie Benny, that's the problem. It doesn't look like anybody is bothered. It doesn't look like that at all. Hi, bro. Good morning to you. Please, there is nothing good to talk about in Pokatamaso municipality. Every basic facility is bad. Mula, you said this from Temba. Oh, sorry. Hello, Kwame. The thing is, because the government can't work alone, that's why ministers and MCs and all of that have been appointed, and MPs are also elected. But it shows clearly that all of these people are sleeping on the job. So I'm suggesting that you use your medium to educate, entertain us rather than talking about the country's developments. I enjoy Class FM so much. God bless you and your station. I am Gloria. Gloria, we will continue to do our best. Unfortunately, sometimes I wish I had the money to solve all the problems that I hear about every day on this platform, but I don't have. Unfortunately, water, roads, name them, jobs, education, name them. I wish I had the money to solve all of these problems, but I don't have. Kwame, good morning and your squad. Please, a solution to the flooding problem should begin with attitudinal change by all Ghanaians, especially those who continue to dump garbage in drains. This should be followed by extensive waste management by citizens, churches, CSOs, and government. This should be capped by prosecution and punishment of defaulters to serve as a deterrent. Davisena, I love you for this one. I don't work in NADMO, but I know we have always had a disaster prevention plan. Just that this is a newer one driven either by the UN or donors. Kindly check. Yes, there's a collaboration with the Food and Agriculture Organization on this one, Davisena. Yes, I saw that one. But just like you sent in the first message, it is all of us together. But Adiana, I say, Charles, this one is for you. Please answer.
Okay.
This one is coming from Davi Elom. He says I should ask you, is it motorway or motorway?
Okay. So
I was saying, I went to local authority primary school.
So,
I beg you.
Okay, so maybe let me
motorway or motorway.
You know, when it comes to journalism, we have ways of pronouncing certain words. So sometimes when I'm even speaking with my wife in the house, she tells me, "Hey, Mo say bro." So for instance, effort. If I say effort, my wife will say, Hello. That's how we're trained to pronounce it.
So which one is it? Motorway?
In fact, when it comes to journalism, it's motorway. It's motorway.
Yeah, I can't motorway. So hello, over to you. Good morning, Kwame. Ashaman roots are very
Ashaman
roots are very bad.
I think let's have time for our texters this morning.
Yeah,
let's have time for
we are doing the show with them. It's Friday, freestyle. The politicians can go and see you say your name is Wonder from Tema. Oh, if Wonder, it shall be well, It shall be well. Al Hassan in Namasama, you say, good morning, Kwame, and your listeners. Welcome to the realities of our careless attitude. Nothing can change the situation, as every corner of the country is affected, especially the cities. This is the hour to engage our assemblies and other local government facilities to organize them from their bases on how to overcome all of these challenges, especially planning of our neighborhoods. Let's have our assemblymen and ward representatives meet to overcome what we are facing. All our assemblies should be tasked to engage their communities. Al Hassan, this is the problem. The people who have contested to become assemblymen, they don't even know why they are there. The MC or the DC who is also there, he's only there because his party is in power and he campaigned and this is a reward. He has no knowledge of running a local government agency or the structure or anything like that. So all he's thinking of making money for the next 4 years. And
that's all. And the next 4 years, he wants to leave that. He wants to leave the office to Parliament.
Who told them that to go to Parliament you have to start from DC C level? When did that thing start?
I was. Let me say this.
When did it start?
What's his name? So I was in Ahmed Ibrahim's constituency and DC area. Yes.
He wants to be MP.
The DC. By the way, do you know it's not Banda?
Yes, Banda.
It's Benda.
Hey.
Wamonda. They used to be warriors, so they used to fight, and then they settled up the hill.
I have two friends from there. They never say
they
Banda.
pronounce it as Bana.
Yeah.
But I'm just giving you the historical antecedent to the name.
Yes.
So they settled on top of a hill. And they were always wide awake, waiting for their enemy. So Benna. So if their enemy is trying to climb, they roll the stones on them. So Benna.
Oh, okay.
That's it. But in the Nafana language, that's the language they speak, is Bana. Here was this DC. I've forgotten his name. Maybe say me Boni Dean, but I've forgotten. The man mounts podiums to speak. Brofun Krankoye Basa Kwame. Nkoye Basa. And he was from the opposition.
Where is that DC again? The one who you guys used to do like a meme.
Where?
The elderly DC, you know. Oh, this must be a couple of years ago. Oh.
Well, what did he do?
He mounted a podium and said something. Is it? Oh, I forgot. Oh, it is not coming.
When it comes, he let us know. And this man mounted a podium. And Maya say Mamo. Okay. So I was listening with rapt attention. Okay, Maya say. And you see, Ahmed Ibrahim Owohono. Who ejumane so. Enti say me DC neno. The next 4 years. Maybe say me call parliament. Na me call ejumane mamo. And Kwame, I'm saying this in Tree so that the people would understand. But he was saying this in English. And but for no to papa.
Who said Chia?
What's his name? Chia.
That one. Said Chia.
Kwame. That old man. What's his name? Oh. The fact that you are able to control your temperament. When you have come a certain office,
someone has even responded. It was the man who said Chia.
It's serious. It's serious, Ravi. It's really serious. See, the truth is that a lot of these MCs, MMDCs, they don't. That's the truth. And someone will be listening to us, an MC somewhere, DC somewhere will be listening to us and saying all sorts of things. We have seen it. We have seen it. So this man I'm talking about wanted to go challenge Mugabe for Banda, Ahmed Ibrahim.
Okay.
Who understands politics?
He's in the 5th term.
Yes. Watch out. Who understands politics? Who knows all the the intricacies in terms of how the political game is played and what have you? And this DC mounted the podium and was speaking a lot of bad English. I'm like, how the hell were you able to? I mean, the government give you this position.
He worked
and the fact that he was in the opposition, I'm talking about the Eswal administration. Ahmed Ibrahim was the MP. He wasn't in opposition. Ahmed Ibrahim was in opposition and he was in government.
Yeah,
so they never worked together. So he was on the side of one of the candidates, MPP's candidate, Joe Dankwa, for the area. Yes, so they moved together.
So Ahmed beat him.
Yeah, Ahmed beat him. So I was asking myself, how would it be? So if he enters parliament, Obey backbencher on Kasa for 4 years. After 4 years, he will go back, vote for me. I gave you polytank. I gave you this. Lip service. We pay lip service, and then we still go back. We have the effrontery to go back to the people and tell them that polytank na media mamono, mejuma me no. So look at these things. And still vote for me. And then the people, honorable. Kwame, you and I seated here. Perhaps it's because we are in this space. So when I see some of these things and I see people sheepishly following politicians, I cringe. I cry. I'm like, do you know what you are doing to yourself?
Abayini.
But you that Abayini, whatever you are doing so that you are able to get something small. It is for a short period.
Honorable.
It's for a short period. I watched a video of a certain guy who was in parliament yesterday, and apparently I'm sure he's one of those opposition folks. He saw Brian Achampong. I was like, honorable, who of Wati? Nyamine ball. Nyamine ball. Now they what a boy. And then Brian Achampong was like, assuming the guy is called Kweku. Hey, Kweku, yeah, campaign or all over. Kweku or me team. Kweku or Canadian Japan team. Kweku or Educhum team. I was yeah, say me chamu say me MPP ni ankasa. Me jiwara ba. Charlie, it's serious, Kwame. It's not good, Kwame.
That guy is not good. Oh, Charlie, the messages from Ashama, they're plenty. Nutra
I think that
says, please let them fix the Ashama road for us. My car is now like a tortoise.
Oh,
the road is bad. The streets are bad. No water.
Oh,
Nutra. I'm sorry, why?
And it's not bad. Honorable.
Nutra, I'm sorry.
Kwame, let me say this one more time. Honorable and not but when I call you, answer la. You and I, we are good friends. But now I hear you at the law school, my friend, I won't fat. Also, you don't call me back. Those days you call me and tell me that, Charles, I want to speak to this issue. I'm saying it here because you're not answering my call. Honorable and not bad.
Someone has sent a video of your stretch and say, hello, Kwame. He said his name is Sullivan. Someone might think you are exaggerating, but it gets worse at times. I use that road daily and I can relate. Our leaders should fix it. And now we have to share the road too with tracks. That's another one. When I used the road on Monday, I could count hundreds of trucks.
Yeah. That's an industrial enclave. So the trucks, you see them on a daily basis. All the time you see them. And the trucks, so they drive anyhow. They are
and they put pressure on the roads.
They are the owners of the road. They are the owners.
They drive
So you find one using the inner and then one using the outer, and all of those small cars are behind. You are in a hurry to go to work. They've blocked it, and they are moving at a very slow pace because they've gone to cut goods to wherever they are taking them to. There's nothing you can do, Kwame. But and also because of the fact that they carry a lot of heavy containers on these trucks, it puts pressure on the road. It spoils
and they
them.
Are not
and they don't. Because we phased out the tolling system, but even the tolling system, the money is what were they used for? When we had the tolling system, didn't you find a lot of deplorable roads? They were just patched, and a lot of them had craters. They are craters, indeed, they are craters.
You know, one of my memories of the tolls. You know, when you get there, you pay 50 pesos or 1 cedi, and you just collect a ticket. So one day, I don't know what happened. I just took one of the old or something, and I thought it was in my pocket. I just took it. Charlie, no man tricking me. I didn't need anyone to tell me that receipt was fake. I didn't need anyone to tell me.
This issue.
It's no muchatik, it's no
Yes.
I didn't need anyone to tell me that receipt was fake. You see, when you get there, you are in a hurry. 50 pesos one city. You take it and then you just.
You usually will not even.
You even look.
Some people don't even take it. They pay.
They just drive.
And so they will reissue it to a different driver who comes. Those guys, I mean, they made money.
But we pay as part of fuel that we buy into our cars every day. A component of it is supposed to go for
road maintenance. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And yet our roads are very bad. That's why
somebody just drops the money.
Yeah, that's why the idea of an e-tolling system is laudable. It's laudable. So if government wants to do it, government should do it.
La Côte d'Ivoire here. La Côte d'Ivoire here.
Côte d'Ivoire, when you talk of, I used to go there. You know, when I was in the service, I used to cross from Sampa area to Côte d'Ivoire. Kwame, when we talk about infrastructure, don't compare Ghana.
Like that.
Don't compare Ghana. When we talk about infrastructure, don't compare Ghana.
I used a number of toll booths. There was no human being there. You just pay and you go away.
Côte d'Ivoire's infrastructure
and this is
development.
2024.
Ghana shouldn't compare.
And 2026,
we talk about.
We are doing Jane and Kinky.
We talk about Ghana being a beautiful country.
Where?
Ghana is not beautiful.
No, where is the beauty? No, Ghana where? Where is the beauty? Is it not in this country?
Laboni is nice.
There's a community called
Laboni is beautiful.
East Legon Hills.
Yeah.
And then when you raise the flats will expose. Charlie, if you live at that area.
East Legon Hills.
East Legon Hills.
Trasako crowd flats. Trasako crowd flats.
There's no hill there too.
Trasako, Kwame.
There's no hill there. And then when you raise to their flats. Whoa. The area is called Santo. Then you decide to call it East Legon Hills. And then the flats have exposed you. You are there speaking English. That's the MC should come and do. You have decided to call the area East Legon Hills, and now that the flats have exposed you are saying
Ghana is not beautiful. Ghana is not.
Beautiful
leaders over the period have done their best, but for politics.
Where's the beauty?
But
the beauty is in patches, small patches.
Laboni is nice. Where we are is beautiful.
Where? Airport Hills.
Look at the high-rise buildings.
You see,
look at, we are close to the embassy here. Kwame, share buildings there.
The president likes to make jokes of some things. I mean, he sometimes can be very light-hearted like that. So you see, over the weekend he posted a video. It was Father's Day. And he posted a video of the bouquets that Lodina got and the bouquets that he got. Then it reminded me of the conversation like that we are having right now. That area, that Chado area, about 20 years ago when you went to trade fair, the whole of that area was bush.
It was a waterlogged.
And now all the rich people, all the politicians have taken over that land.
Kwame, what is there? What is Chado? What is there?
So I'm coming there. Let me finish my story. There's a friend of mine says, I'm your lefty. And this is every time he says that. This is why he says that. That is like it's like then you know that the next thing he's going to say is like a punishment.
Yeah.
Okay. Now me on your lefty. They have stolen our money to build houses at all of those new areas around Chadu. You should be the Omo Bros.
Yeah. Chadu and the
now go to that area. When it rains, all this splash buildings
Chadu,
that they have built.
It was a water zone.
It is not. It was. It is.
It is. Yes.
Do you know that area is a path of a water body?
Yeah, I know.
All the way from Spintex through, what's the name of that area that's the MP says he pays rent $15,000.
Hey, who is that?
Oh, you didn't watch the vetting. Don't do that. That area, airport something. Airport Hills. There's no hill there too, but they call it Airport
Hills. I remember.
The whole of that area. It's a waterlogged area.
Yeah.
And it is the path of moving water that would go all the way through Teshi Bush Road area and connect into the lagoon and then into the sea. But we are built all over that stretch. When it rains, God is not a lefty.
What is there? What is Achado? That it has become a sense
God
of
is
attraction.
not left-handed, Ampa. So now when it rains,
he doesn't wash his face up also.
Go and see how they are suffering over there.
Yeah, and he serves them right.
All the rich people are there.
He serves those rich people right. He serves them right.
They are there.
Yeah, he serves them right.
The other day I was watching one. They say it's called Chain Homes or something.
Chain Homes.
I don't know what's the name that is. Chain Homes or something. The whole place was flooded.
No, he serves them right. So they didn't know about this. They didn't know about the fact that place is a water zone. It's a water course.
They bought the land in the dry season.
In the dry season. And so they've never heard stories of flooding in those communities. I recall
they didn't do geography.
I recall I had wanted to go rent an apartment there.
Hey, wait to me.
I didn't know. Then I had moved from Tema to Accra Fresh.
Then you can.
I am saying I didn't know because I had an auntie who was living there.
Chado. Who to me?
I had an auntie who was living there.
Single room is like 2 billion.
I had an auntie who was living there. You know, around the ZTV area, those places. And the man said,
the filling station
yes, where the filling station, exactly.
That golf filling station,
exactly.
Oh,
and my auntie says that, oh, you're normal, like, hey, my auntie, we are fiancé, we university, or say normal, hey. But how did she read? Okay, when the mama go home, hey, by then I had roamed from La Paz to Malam Junction to Haifa. That's how come. That's how come I know Accra very well.
They're going to Siberia,
and then I came there. Kwame, single room, Assad, like almost 12, 13 years ago. Single room self-contained. That time though, I'm gonna ship it close to 1,005. That time.
So now, dear.
I'm like,
it is.
So you know what I was told? Then people told me that, you know, these are brothers. These are big brother. You know what I'm talking about? These are big brothers.
Yeah, the Pharisees and the Sadducees.
They are the ones who, when they come there, you tell them that it is 2,000, they pay.
Oh.
So now the buildings.
You don't ask for reduction.
Yeah. So as a Ghanaian, you don't go there. Unless you were
you
big man.
You get money.
Kwame, it's sad.
You get money.
It's sad.
You get money.
It's sad.
The water is dealing with them over there.
It's sad, Kwame. Nobody serves them right. It serves them right.
And then when you descend down there too, there's an area there. Accra too. Where do we get our name from?
What's the name? Then Tebibiano. Yeah, Tebibiano. Yes.
You see the corner inside there, when you descend from the Chado inside there, you shouldn't deal with them.
No. You should deal with them.
There's a water there.
They should deal with them.
And I had never seen that stretch before. Until I passed there. You see where the new ICGC is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, but I don't want anyone to come after me. Whose idea was it for ICGC to go and build their church there? Whose idea?
But of course,
if you are there, it's just a harmless question.
We are just asking because this is a church.
Charlie, the place is.
This is
when
a
it
church.
rains like this, it's like a river.
I know. I'm sure
the whole place.
They'll have to get some.
The main road.
Yeah.
Is completely submerged when it rains intensely. Not to talk about where the church is.
Yeah.
That one there is.
I've seen that place.
It becomes a river. Whose idea was
it? At the point in time, I'm sure they're going to need a canoe someday for church members.
Is it because it was on free land or something, or
and you see
maybe they wanted the land centrally?
That also raises a very important.
They wanted
issue.
to move from Abusukai.
Someone
will
say that
from there.
Someone will say that a church member Nyame why did they go and build it there?
No, because in another.
But even within the churches, they have people who are experts in this field.
Of course.
Why are they not using
in another give or take? In another 10, 15 years, the building will start submerging.
Yeah. It would.
In another, maybe even earlier than that.
It would.
It
would. Because the land, gradually it will be going down. It will be going down.
Like, I don't know whose idea it was.
I lived in a certain community. Okay, so I'm talking about where we lived growing up in Akuse. The community was known as Impregilo Quarters. So yes. The Italian company. Yes. So Impregilo Quarters, those days when we're growing, it was a linear settlement, just like Akosombo, nice area. And so those days when we're growing, we boasted, like Charlie, Miti Quarters. This one will say Miti Senior Village. This one will say Miti KC3. Senior Village is like the big people in VRA. KC3 is managers, like those a bit below the middle people. And then Impregilo is like those also below it. But when you go to the main town, they're so we used to pride ourselves in that. One time we went back home with this friend of mine who we all grew up in the same community. He was using a 4x4. It was like, quarters one. Any quarters no. No, David, any quarters no. And Kuko bu na wo no. Like, me see quarters no. Said no, let me stand on the car. And then he stood on his car. And that was when you could see that was the Impregilo quarters we grew up in. Because of the fact that it is not so to speak, it is not a water zone. But because of the fact that Impregilo JV didn't really develop the place so well. Because if you find yourself in a waterlogged area, you need to raise the footing up to a certain level.
That's right.
Kwame, Assassina Emre, to the extent that now we are mature. We stand there and we don't see quarters. And then so the guy was like, quarters are meme.
It is sinking.
So it's gradually going down like that. And that is what will happen to them over the period, over the years. I asked myself the question, so this is a church. You have a lot of experts, a lot of people in the field who you can consult and let them. Is it a case that they did shoddy work? Is it a case that they didn't consult them? Churches have all sorts of people in them, or as members of the church. So you consult, because definitely there'll be someone who knows a lot about planning and all of those things.
There was a video I saw last week, Sunday. I think it had rained like intensely like that.
You can imagine.
The road. The main road.
Yeah.
Is a road, and then the church is on your left or your right, depending on where you're coming from. You couldn't see the road. Like, you couldn't see that there was a road there. I wonder how people went to church that Sunday. Because they would have gotten to the edge around the Laboma stretch, and they would have just turned, probably go back home or something like that. You know?
I mean, for a church to be built in such an area, and with all that is happening, you ask yourself a lot of questions. So they don't know. Was it the case, or is it the case that the land was given to them free? And so they do things anyhow. This is a church. You have the money to do the right things.
Everybody is just.
So Kwame, the Chado area is
Everybody is just.
They're big people, and all that is happening to them. I think it serves them right. They know.
I just hope that that area, because I see that a lot more construction work is coming up.
So Kwame, the question
from
I'm
the
asking
cemetery, the new cemetery side. It's like the whole place is like a construction site. They are building one building after the other, and they are all building on the waterway. All those houses there, they are all on waterways.
What is attracting people to that side? I want to know, because it looks like it's a big
serenity and
serenity
and proximity to town. Let me put it
proximity
that way.
I would understand.
Proximity to town.
Proximity I would
the
understand.
moment you just go behind there, you are in town. So maybe proximity. And because it's a lot of big men and big women to.
So you are once you are living there, you are living in a community with a big man.
Yeah,
status.
People want to status, and so people also want to be living in certain communities. If it wasn't that, why would you turn Santor into East Legon Hills? People want to belong.
I rather live in my small village in Akuse in a good apartment.
That is you. You don't live in Santor. That is why.
Than to live. And to go and live in such a community and face floods.
You don't live. If you live in Santor, you won't say that.
Kwame, it's serious.
You live at East Legon Hills. Hey, who? Santor to East Legon Hills. The floods will expose you, Poto. Next time you go and buy land. The land alone in that area, it can build the whole house.
I know, right?
They are selling lands in that area for $100,000. So if I'm buying a land for $100,000, what kind of building am I going to build on it? Then I'm building a building worth like $5 million on that land.
$100,000 for a land.
How? I wonder how we even do the land
size,
valuation sometimes. I wonder
$100,000.
How we do the land valuation in this country. Some Yawa area be then the land is $500,000 and all of that.
So the next generation after us, anyway,
and then they will go and live in Sunyai and become working in Accra. Let me do a break and come back and let's close. Why? Today is Friday. Friday, we don't talk plenty.
Good